Alrighty, let's get the what. Hey, look, better late than never. Hold on, let's see if we can pull this up here. But all right, everybody. Hi, I'm actually live. Finally, it's. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the applause. Welcome. My name is Kevin Richard. We're live at twitch.tv/perpetually late. Also on youtube.com /never gonna be on time ever. So. Tom says, a 30-minute stream. Yeah, we're gonna be live for exactly 73 minutes or something like that. So, hello LJ, welcome Chris. A 6-hour stream. Yeah, 6 hours from right now. We'll end the stream at like 4:30 a.m. today. No, golly, I was not expecting. I was expecting to maybe be at most like 2 hours late. Yeah, it's always and today is yeah, Evie. what a gosh.
Imagine being this late to your own stream, 60 months and he is still late.
Look, man, I'm gonna be late to my own funeral. Yeah, no, I was, like I said, I was not expecting to be this late today. Because when your mechanic says, it's like, oh yeah, you know, your car will be ready for pickup around 5:30, maybe 6 at the latest, and you get there at 5:45, and it's like, wow, this is nowhere close to being done. Gosh, they were still, like, trying to wrap up loose ends and things. To be fair, you know, it's like, God, they had a lot of cars in the shop. But yeah, there was a lot of loose ends that where it's like I mean I literally there was like caps, parts of the car weren't screwed back in yet. There were like missing caps in the engine bay. I found a towel in the engine bay. It's like, yeah, I don't think this is supposed to be here. Yeah, and there's still some issues. I mean, most of everything that I needed to get done before Daytona has been done. So it's like it should be okay, but there's weird problems. Like right now, for whatever reason, if you turn on the parking brake, it shuts off the headlights. You know, I don't know if that's a Volkswagen thing or they just messed up the wiring. I feel your pain, Cap. Someone blew a hole in my ship. Blazer has another fuel leak and a bad one at that. That's a load-bearing towel. It is a load. It's a load-bearing towel. That's right. Late to my wedding. What wedding? Who'd want to be permanently locked into this? Ugh. The towel makes it go faster. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, never forget your towel. Yeah, what is it? It's in my car is a Hitchhiker's Guide fan. Yeah.
Major Dufus reporting for duty.
Hey, Reaver.
A captain is neither early nor late. They arrive when they are supposed to.
Usually that works, but yeah, today no. I was expecting to be live at 6 p.m. today, and now it's already 8:33. Let's see. But anyways, yeah, the towel is to smother the eventual electrical fire. Yeah. So unfortunately the engine's still running a bit rough and idle, but it seems to drive okay. It seems fine. Part of the problem is this shop that I've been bringing it to, they don't have their own wheel alignment machine, like tire wheel alignment machine, so they're at the mercy of, like, there's like 4 auto shops. There's the BMW European Volkswagen specialist I go to, and then he's surrounded by a bunch of, like, you know, there's like a truck shop, an American car shop, and another American car shop. So, but he doesn't have his own wheel balancing or, you know, alignment machine, so he has to borrow theirs. And they've all just been busy. I don't know what it is about, like, right now. Maybe it's because it's spring and people are planning on traveling more. But he said, like, their shop and all the shops are just getting inundated with people's cars. So I don't know. What do you think that is? Like a seasonal thing? Maybe. I mean, I don't know if people are traveling for, say, like an Easter weekend, but, you know, the weekend's already over. But, yeah, they said they've just been getting inundated with people needing work on their cars. So, it's a suppository. That would be fun. Yeah. Maybe taxes? Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe people getting tax returns or something? Like, oh, good. I could finally replace my engine. It's solid. Oh, thank you, kitty. I need help from all the kitties. Oh, God, my eyeballs. It sucks too, because I was supposed to pick up the car and then bring it to a guy who was going to kind of redo some of the Captain Richard Racing logo stuff on the car, and then it was unfortunate though because it just started pouring rain, and also I guess you could say part of the reason why I was a little bit late is the power went out. Now I have a battery backup, but you know, if I can help it, I'd rather not stream while the power's out. So just, yeah, today is one of these days where it's like, yeah, there were a lot of factors that made it where I just could not be live at a normal time. And most of the days, it's just an excuse, but today is actually valid, you know? So, would a lizard dance party help? Maybe, yeah, maybe a few extra lizards. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Hold on, it's one of the other drivers who's gonna be driving. Roger, comma, will do if I think of anything. Period. I'm gonna go over everything starting tomorrow, inventory-wise, and everything else. Blah, 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 blah. Send. No, hold on. Let's see. Inventorize and tidy up some more wiring. Okay. Alright, yeah, I tell you what, man. This is so much more of a debacle than it should be, but then again, maybe I'm just inexperienced, sort of. Okay, all right. Bring nudes. Yeah, exactly. We'll bring all the blue people nudes. So just catching up all this stuff. There's all this stuff that I talk about normally at the beginning of streams, but it's already 8:36, and I'm hoping to. Oh, who said that? Reaver. They actually do have a package, but it's from Captain Leo, so I don't want to open it unless he ends up showing up tonight. That's what's in the box. Yes. But anyways, just to talk about a few quick things. For Sunday movie night last night, we did watch the new Avatar Fire and Ash. I say relatively new because this actually came out back in December, but I rarely go to the movie theater, so we watched it. At least I watched it for the first time last night. It was okay. I mean, it was kind of interesting, kind of fun at points. I felt like the pacing of the movie felt very rushed. Like it's almost like they had to rush certain story and plot elements to fit in all the visual fluff that James Cameron likes to put in his Avatar movies. And so it's like I said, it's not bad. It's kind of a weird, I don't know, it's kind of weird. This movie was kind of a rehash of the previous movie, and the previous movie was a rehash of the original movie. It's like, how many times are they going to keep telling the same story over and over again? It's same thing where the humans are the big bad, and the big bad is now this guy. And same thing with like blowing up ships at the end of the film. Sorry if that's a mild spoiler, but I mean, it's crazy though. Yeah, I mean, this movie with some different plot elements, it was surprising at how much of a rehash it was of the previous film. I'll be honest, it lost me in the first 2 minutes with the two bros calling each other bro. Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, there's this one human, and then there's like these Na'vi teenage boys or whatever, and he got them to start calling each other bro all the time, and yeah, it gets really grating after a while. Like, bro, did you see me swinging from that tree, bro? Bro, I know, bro. It's like, God, I don't hang out at frat houses because I don't like listening to that all day. So yeah, it's weird. But I don't know, I guess they're trying to make the film more relatable for all the idiot bros out there or whatever. But yeah, this guy, the character is honestly, it's not a bad character. This guy's just a terrible actor. So it's like really, really tough for some of the scenes where he has to talk a lot, because it's like, wow, this guy got cast based on his looks alone, because he looks like a chiseled marble figure. But yeah, he couldn't act his way out of a wet paper bag. He's really bad. But hey, he probably made 10 million off of this movie, and I've made nothing. I dress up in blue and run around in the mall half naked, and I don't get anything. So apparently, many more Avatar movies on the way. Yeah, we looked it up, and there are 2 more Avatar movies. But the thing is, it's a fun visual spectacle, or blue testicles, or whatever you want to call it. But I can't help but think after the last movie and now this movie that these movies don't really need to be made. I hate to say it, but it's like, I feel like this just doesn't need to be made anymore, you know? How many times are they gonna keep rehashing the same story? I think it really is just kind of the visual spectacle of it all, because it's all the same thing. The graphics, the CGI is just amazing, and I'm sure it looks awesome in 3D. But it's the more of these they crank out, the more useless the movies feel, if that makes sense. Let's see. What's this? Oh, Liger, thank you so much for the 88 months. When your sub hits 88 months, you're gonna see some real, I don't know, nude blue dudes. What is this? Cameron and Ridley Scott like to say what real movies are while they make mid-movies. I don't know. I mean, they make billions of dollars though. That's the problem. This movie I think made what, 2 billion already or something like that, but I don't know. I'm glad. I have to be very brutal here and say that I'm very glad that I didn't go to see this in a movie theater, but I don't know. I think I saw the original Avatar movie twice in the theater. The first Avatar movie is actually really good. There's a reason why it's the highest grossing film of all time adjusted for inflation. It's awesome. But yeah, then the sequel came out. It's like, okay, it's the same story. And then this movie came out. It's like, okay, it's the same story. They're just recycling the plot over and over again. So I don't know. We'll have to see how 2 more movies. There's going to be an Avatar 4 and 5, and we'll have to see how that turns out. Yeah, maybe what they'll do is they'll tell the exact same story again and keep making billions of dollars. Maybe they're like, yeah, why mess with a winning formula? Yeah. I did enjoy the first movie a lot, even though it's Pocahontas. Yeah, the first movie is basically like Pocahontas and Fern Gully with some spaceships thrown in. You know, it really is a very familiar story. But again, people loved it. You know, it's the first movie is actually really good. But yeah, the next two movies, the sequels, they just feel like a rehash. Enjoyable rehash. I'll be honest and say it's kind of an enjoyable rehash. But this movie, it weighs, you know, it's funny, I asked people in chat while we were watching it, does this movie feel like it's on fast forward to anyone else? Because they'll have a plot point, and then they'll have like what's called a jump cut to a whole new scene where time is supposed to have elapsed, and it's not really apparent that time has elapsed. Yeah. Oh. Let's see, Big Man. Hey, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome, Big Man. I just went live because again, some of this race car stuff is driving me nuts. Yarr, it's driving me nuts like a pirate. I saw it in 3D cap. It's regular. I'm unfortunately one of those exceptionally few people who can't really watch 3D movies. I do okay with VR. But it's a known phenomenon where there's like something like 8 or 10% of the populace can't really watch comfortably stuff in 3D, which sucks because it's fun, but yeah, it gives me migraines after like 30 minutes. This movie, or not this movie, the first Avatar and Pacific Rim are movies that I tried to watch in 3D and a few others, and I just can't do it. I end up having to take the glasses off and watch the rest of the movie in this kind of like blurry, you know, blurry movie mode, because I just can't really watch movies in 3D. It works for a while, but then everything starts to go out of focus for me, and then I start getting a migraine. So, yeah, it is what it is. So I've seen Avatar and Pacific Rim. I actually went back to the theaters to watch them in non-3D, and it was still very fun. So, Big Man says, getting ready to watch the March Madness game. Yeah, the March Madness game of this stream, hopefully. Let's see. I felt that way about the new Tron. Felt like they fast-forwarded the plot at the wrong times. Yeah, it's just weird. They have what are called jump cuts and other things. But it's when you have time elapse, generally speaking, you either want to have some kind of filler or an establishing shot or something, you know, like a quick montage of the sun setting or things like that. This movie kind of jumps ahead in time, not like a lot, maybe like 30 minutes or an hour or something, but characters will be in one place and we're talking, all right, let's do this, and then poof, presto, they're in a totally different location, and it just feels weird. It feels like they had to chop stuff out of the movie for time. So this movie is over 3 hours long, but I bet there's going to be a James Cameron director's cut that's like 4.5 hours that puts all this stuff back in to make it feel more fluid. At times this movie seems to jump, not like back and forth in time, it just jumps ahead without giving you the impression that time has elapsed, and that makes it feel weird. I've seen after I saw it, I went and read up other reviews, and there were other critics that felt the same, that the pacing felt a bit off, probably due to the wonky editing. I mean, it's mostly good, but yeah, there were times it's like, what? What? Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, thank you for the hype train, by the way. Let's see. Just what I need to end the day. 6 pills of drugs and a Tums. That sounds delicious. You guys want to see what my dinner was for today? Because I was short on time. Let's do this. Yeah, McDonald's actually has they have some kind of new, like, I don't know, K-pop boy band meal, or like there's like the K-pop Demon Hunters. They have this, I don't know, they're going super hard on like the K-pop girl and boy bands. It's like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and I don't know, it's like, I don't know, Korean Christina Aguilera. I don't know, they're going very hard on that stuff now. But they have all these new sauces and things, so I stopped off to try a few new sauces and stuff.
Check it out.
Hey, again, thank you for the resub. Appreciate that, buddy.
State of the badass art.
Butts, lots of butts. Hello Cap, how you doing? Kinda sir, you're awesome. Hope doing well.
I would be doing better. I was a lot later today than I wanted to be because I had to pick up. I was supposed to pick up my car on Friday, but it wasn't ready on Friday. And I went to go pick it up today, and it actually still wasn't ready. You know, so go figure. I mean, I do physically have it here now. But so McDonald's is going really hard on all this like K-pop stuff that I am indifferent to. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. You know, so it's just indifferent. Was it McDonald's? We're gonna get into some Crimson Desert. I'll try to see if I can do at least a little bit of Crimson Desert stuff today.
Check it out. I am the ultimate badass. State of
Yeah.
the badass art.
Cap, you made it.
I did.
Hope you're doing well, bud.
So okay, so there's this Huntrix meal that's based on the lady from K-pop Demon Hunters, And then I think this is like a breakfast meal designed for men who enjoy the company of men. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing here. But that's apparently they have like some kind of weird sauces and other things that they'll put on your meal that are kind of like Korean inspired. Like they have this like ramyeon sauce where it's like they take like ramen powder and you put it on your fries and shake it up. And they charge $6 for that or something. It's like I could go buy a 30-cent ramen noodle packet from Walmart and just dump that on my fries and it'd probably be about the same. So yeah, Saja boys. I guess, like I said, it's boys are into boys maybe, but hey, we don't judge here. That's okay. Yeah, raw men. Yeah, this is ramen sauce and this is raw men sauce. So yeah, you take your pick. But anyways, let's see. Oh, it's a movie. The girls are demon hunters and the guys are secretly demons. So they're in the closet, but then later in the movie they come out of the closet and like, "Hello, we're demons." That's it. Like I said, we don't judge here. I'm just assuming. All right, here we go. Yeah, Saja Boys. Yeah, if you're into boys, try the new Saja Boys breakfast meal at McDonald's. All right. Well, anyways, so I tried the demon sauce and the hunter sauce. I didn't try the fry powder stuff because it literally is just like ramen noodle powder, and they're trying to get you to pay like $4 or $5 just for a packet of crap. But anyways, so they tried it. So what's fun though is like you don't have to order that meal. They will just give you the sauce if you ask for it. So I got some nuggets, and I tried each one. So the purple demon sauce, I wasn't expecting it to be actually purple. And it's it's kind of good. It's like a very lightly spicy kind of mayo-y kind of thing. It tastes like a slightly seasoned mayo. And it's made with like soybean oil and egg and some other stuff, so it's not vegan friendly. But yeah, it's not bad. Then the hunter sauce kind of tasted. They make it with like cayenne pepper and sesame oil and some other stuff, and it kind of reminded me of when they had Szechuan sauce, but not as good. I mean, yeah, it's like I said, this stuff, it looks like, Grimace basically fully released into a cup, and he's probably getting very chafy having to fill each cup, if you know what I mean. He's enjoy your sauce. But yeah, I tried, but between the two, I actually prefer the purple sauce. So I guess I guess that now means I'm also into Saja Boys. Yes, I'll tell my father that. It's like, Dad, I finally come to the conclusion I'm into Saja Boys. And he will know what to think. But yeah, so I tried those, and then they have what I can only describe as like a boba bubble tea, but it's ice cream, and I've literally never had boba tea before. And so this looks like some kind of alien deposited like with an ovipositor into my ice cream. But yeah, it's basically just vanilla ice cream with this berry flavoring, and then it's the same bubbly nonsense they put in boba tea. Hey Josh, welcome. Yeah, it's like something that could be best described as an ovipositor from like an alien or whatever just went right into my ice cream, and the flavor is good. The sad thing though is that the flavor isn't intense enough. It's a good flavor, but it's like flavor adjacent. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be kind of a berry flavor. But yeah, these things you chew them and it feels like you're eating like frog eyeballs. They just pop in your mouth, but instead of eyeball gunk, it's delicious. So. Did the eyes open when you're about to consume it? Yeah, I heard basically it said, it's like, hold on, I heard something similar to this when I was about to eat it. They were like,
"Please, let us be, and we will grant you any wish."
And instead I just ate it, So it's like, yeah, it's some kind of weird Cthulhu squid eyeball thing. But hey, Elsinore, welcome. Only two steps happen between the rooms. Oh, okay, gotcha. It kind of looks like it could be blueberries. Yeah, it's some kind of fruity flavor, but with I wish the flavor was a bit more intense. It kind of tastes like a fruit topping, but instead it's like, I don't know. Think of like if you had fruit juice. Instead of like a fruity syrup, it felt like almost like a juice. And so, yeah, the sad thing is the flavor is pretty good. I guess I'm not really the kind of person who's super into bubble tea stuff, but the flavor is good. That's the fun thing about it. The flavor is actually good. I just wish the flavor was a little more condensed, if you will. Did you hear about the horse and the desert in Crimson Desert? Did a whole generation dirty? No, Zakumas, what happened? Crusty old frog eggs, yeah. So yeah, it was like I said. So I tried this stuff, so you don't have to if you don't want to. But the hunter sauce, it was It's a little spicy, but the demon sauce is actually not bad. Like I said, it tastes like a seasoned mayo, and despite the despite the fact that Grimace went full Ron Jeremy into a cup, it actually is pretty tasty. You know, God. Hey, we went Peter North into your lunch and said, "Yep, here we go. Bag that up and serve it." Dude left his horse near some quicksand. Horse sank into the sand, much like a horse in a certain scene from a certain movie. Ah, yes, the never-ending chicken nuggets. Yeah. All right. But speaking of food, I didn't stream on Saturday because I actually went to a German restaurant. You know, I like going to restaurants, and, you know, as much as I like streaming on Saturdays, I did meet up with some family. It was my cousin I hadn't seen in a while. Her new boyfriend. He works in insurance. Wish Mammon was here. I can tell him he's got some competition. But yeah, it was a place called the Old Castle German Cuisine and Beer Barn. So it's basically a German-inspired restaurant and bar. So yeah, they have like this little tiny bar, but then there's a much bigger bar in the back. So like one half of the restaurant is effectively a restaurant, a German restaurant, and the other half is like a German-inspired bar. Kind of think of, you know, if you've ever been to an Irish pub, it's kind of like that, except German instead of Irish. But yeah, you know, this whole group back here is a whole bunch of like old German folks. They were sitting there, I guess, I don't know, just singing like German songs. It was kind of fun, big group. But yeah. So this is where they have, instead of, yeah, like I think you think of like an American pub or an Irish pub or whatever. This is a German beer barn. Not quite a beer garden, but yeah. So anyways, yeah, so they have pretty delightful food. This is the Schweinhaxe, I believe it's called, Haxen. And it takes kind of a long time to prepare, but it's very succulent, if you will. What dish are Germans famous for? Their wieners, true story, and schnitzel, which is what I had. So yeah, a little bit of, you know, pan-fried potatoes and schnitzel. They had a few different kind. I had just a traditional, they call it Wiener Art schnitzel, mit Spätzle, which was a little undercooked, to be honest. But yeah, they throw a whole, they hand hammer a pork cutlet. That's what a schnitzel is. And then, this one, her boyfriend, my cousin's boyfriend, it doesn't look like maybe it's that special, but it was a schnitzel version of a chicken cordon bleu, and it was actually, it looked really good. I might get that next time. But yeah, you know, it's a little bit of German flair in Florida, you know, so Prost, y'all, you know, Prost is a traditional German cheers. And then once you eat all this yummy food, you enter the fart zone, which is what the sign they had above the bathroom. They only had one bathroom, it was a unisex bathroom. Yeah, you know, so it was right in the, nicht fährt, it was the fart zone, specifically. Zakuma says, you ready for the new fun in 14 hours? Yeah, it even says so in my stream title. Crimson Desert today, but new Starfield DLC tomorrow. And like I said, we're going to be doing an official promoted stream for that DLC for Bethesda on Wednesday. So, toot. Whoops. Oh yeah, toot indeed. So, yeah. Kommen tuten. Yeah, exactly. Actually, Tute is German for bag, like typically like a, you know, bag you would get getting groceries. Eins Tute, zwei Tuten, and lots of Tuten after all that. But yeah, again, the reason why I was late is because I went to go pick up my race car project. But again, when I got there, it wasn't actually 100% ready to go. They were still tidying up a few things. There was like, you know, missing side lights and the toe strap and some other stuff just wasn't, I mean, they were still working on it. So he said I should have been able to pick it up by 6, but I ended up not getting out of there until about 7:30. So, you know, like I said, they're trying to work on it and help and put it together and stuff. But yeah, I just wish he'd said, it's like, okay, I need it just one more day. But God, he's had my car for the better half of a month and a half, and I just wanted my car back at this point. So I was like, you know, look, if there are any loose ends, don't worry about it. I'll fix it. So it's got some new radiator fans, new floodlights. You know, it's just, it should be relatively ready to go. There's just a few, like, I need to clean up some of the wiring and just make sure everything is good to go for Saturday. There is a YouTube short of Irish farmers getting themselves locked in the cabin of a John Deere, and when all four in there, one of them rips a huge one. Okay.
The ultimate badass. State of the badass art.
Let's see.
Whoop. Hope you and yours had a good Easter cap.
Yeah.
Rad Warpo 7, Rad Warpo 7, Rad Warpo 7.
Mostly spent the day, cleaning out the garage. Is that a Passat? No, this is an R32, hence all the, the 32 numbers. The R32 is a kind of a special edition. Now it's just called the Golf R. They used to call it the R32. The 32 is in reference to the 3.2-liter VR6 naturally aspirated motor that they put in these cars. They no longer do the 6-cylinder. They have a turbocharged 4. Less fun, in my opinion. Still plenty good horsepower, 300-something horsepower. But, I don't know, the VR6 were well-liked, and they make a fun sound when they explode. How is the German language learning going? Are you planning on taking a proficiency test for fun? I was actually looking into that. Aber ja, ich noch studiert Deutsch. If I'm saying that correctly. But, yeah, I was actually looking into still, like, travel visas. Even, like, work visas. Because, again, if I wanted to stay in Germany, you can only stay up to 90 days without having to get a visa. And any time after that, you have to basically pass a proficiency test to get like a temporary, I don't know, work visa or living visa. I have so many projects held up by other people, Aaron, and that has been the biggest hurdle. And again, that's actually my buddy who's been working on the car. He runs a shop, but yeah, it's just unfortunately he's been inundated with work, so he's been kind of treating this like a side project. So it's a side project for him, and I'm paying him, but it's a main project for me. So the concept that again it's just taking so long is a bit unfun, if that makes sense. It's fat. Yeah, I drove it home, Stinky. It's a quick car. It is a legitimately quick car when it works correctly. yeah. The new cup holders, and there's a beer fridge in the back. Did you see there was a new expansion for Goblin Cleanup today? I did not. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, it didn't help that when I got there, it was pouring rain, just absolutely pouring rain, and then the power went out in my house. But anyways, so yeah, it's still got a little bit of rough idle. I tried putting some fuel injection cleaner in there. What it really needs is it needs the fuel injectors taken out and cleaned and the valves taken out and cleaned, but that's not something that we could do before the race. It would have been nice, you'd think in a month and a half that would have been an option, but yeah, he just says he's just too slammed with work to take on a major project like this. Yeah, I've never done Wookiees in the Woods, Bubs. Maybe someday. But that's literally a meetup for people who have cars like this. Volkswagens, our cars and R32s and some other stuff. So, are you allowed a turbocharger in your class? Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you have what's called a performance points index, or PPI, and the more performant you make your car, the more points you get. The more points you get, the more penalty laps you have to take. So right now, my car stock has to do 5, 6, 7 penalty laps. What that means is, say you have 2 cars, and both those cars have 500 performance points, just like how TL has 70 performance points.
State of the badass art.
State of the chub art. But anyways, so when you start modifying your car to make it more performant, you take 2 cars of equal value. Then your car has to get more performance points because you're adding more performance. And what that means is, say this car does 100 laps, and then my car does 100 laps, but then I have some penalty laps, which brings me back down to say 93 laps instead of 100, meaning I would lose credit for 6, 7 laps. So that means this person would come ahead, even though we both have the same car, but it's because I've put more performance points into my car, if that makes sense. So it's a way that they balance classes to make sure that someone can't take, say, like a car that has a smaller motor and then put like a 80mm turbo on it, and put in nitrous and all sorts of stuff to try to get an unfair advantage. So basically you have to add performance points, which causes your penalty laps to go up, which means you get a lower score. You could think of it as a lower score at the end of the race. So, my car is naturally aspirated, and I'm glad, because the way it works is, classing is done by engine size, so you figure this is a 3.2 liter, but it's naturally aspirated. So someone, if they had say a 2.2 liter, but it was turbocharged, we'd be considered to be around the same performance points, because they add 100 performance points just for a turbo. That's how they get, that's how they balance it between someone who's got, one engine, person's got the same engine, but turbocharged, to make sure that they don't have an unfair advantage. So it's a choice, the goal is to stay at 500 or lower. Unfortunately, I'm at 545 or something like that. So I got to do some take penalty laps. So if we do 1,000 laps at the track this weekend, which is virtually impossible, we'd actually end up the race at 993. Yeah. So because we have to take penalty laps. So. I wonder if an LS swap Miata would get penalty points. The way that works is if you swap the motor, depending on the motor size, you will have to race in the class of that motor size. Again, it's based on the motor, not the actual car itself. So if you, say, had a Miata with a 1.4 liter four-banger in it, and then put a V8, a small block V8, you'd have to race against people racing Mustangs and Camaros, and people who also have those big block motors. And again, you might say to yourself, it's like, well, okay, well, that still might be okay, because their cars are going to be very heavy, whereas my car that has the same V8 motor is going to be very light. Reasonably speaking. So yeah, you know, it's I don't know, you do have to pay extra performance points if you do any kind of motor swap that changes the engine size. So one, you would have to race in a much higher class than normal, and then two, you'd also have to take additional performance points for swapping to a bigger motor. Again, they set up those rules to make sure people can't you know, get unfair advantages. They have to rewrite the rules every year based on all the, you know, tricky stuff that people try to do to get an unfair advantage. You know, you might say in racing, there's no such thing as an unfair advantage. It's just getting caught. You know, it's just, you know, all the things that people do. That has been a staple of racing for forever. You know, they try to do that in F1, try sneaky things in NASCAR, all sorts of stuff. Dein Deutsch ist sehr gut, Carp. Mein Deutsch ist noch ein bisschen kaputt und nicht so richtig gut. Meine Worte wird bestimmt sehr enttäuscht sein darüber. Ah, okay, interesting. Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha, Half Nelson. Interesting. I can read most of that. Yeah, I see. Wouldn't the Miata tear itself apart from the torque with a V8? No, you can reinforce it. I mean, there's people who do V8 swaps in Miatas, like that's their specialty. But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna jump into Crimson Desert, but yeah, lots of stuff. I tell you what, man, once you go from owning a car to owning a fun car to owning a sports car to owning like a, you know, really performance car, and going to, you know, just spirited drives on the highway in Mexico, to doing, you know, weekend track days, to doing time trials, time attack. But I tell you what, man, when you get into competitive racing as an indie, amateur, or whatever, it is a whole new ballpark of pain. So it is, gosh, you just don't know until you actually get there. You might say, like, who would have thought, you know, getting into racing would be terribly expensive and mind-numbing? Yeah, I tell you what, it's like, you know, telling somebody, it's like, oh, I bet jail is terrible. It's like, yeah, you don't know the half of it till you've actually been in jail. Not that I have. But, you know, it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, you know, being on top of Mount Everest, it's got to be tough. You know, it's like, yeah, you just don't know until you actually experience it, right? So, well, yes and no there, Cap. You would have to add weight to that Miata so you don't rip the frame of the drivetrain out when you press the gas. Anything can be reinforced. Any weak points, yeah, would get reinforced. I'm not saying you could just drop the motor in there and then expect it to be fine and not twist itself into a pretzel. But yeah, I mean, Miata swaps are pretty common. I mean, if we go to the almighty, all-powerful, omnipotent, omniscient Google, and we do, let's see, we'll just do V8 Miata swap. Yeah, just like how Mammon and I like to swap spit. No, just yeah. I mean, you can just do Google image search, and you can find lots and lots and lots of pictures. I was at a car show just recently. A guy came in his Miata with a V8 swap. Those little, you know, LS motors, like that's what is that, LS3, LS2, LS3? I mean, it's just weird that they actually do fit in the engine bay of a Miata. It totally ruins the weight balance of it, but at that point it doesn't matter because your power to weight ratio is through the roof. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's things you have to reinforce. It's probably not just like, you know, plug in engine, enjoy bonkers speed. But yeah, you can see there's just lots and lots and lots of people who have done them. It's just one of those things. But all right, let's do this. So we talked about why I'm late. We talked about how terrible I am. We talked about demon boys and, I don't know, weird girls and all sorts of stuff. We talked about lots of food. So let's talk about Crimson Desert by actually getting into. Oh, we talked about Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is, well, it was. I'm glad I didn't pay to watch it in a theater. So yeah. Okay. Redgar says, never owned or drove a car in my life, always walked everywhere. Now, Redgar, I had a roommate that was like that. He lived in Yonkers and then I think later New York City. And that's, you know, that's New York City. It's one of the, like, the most thoroughly, I would just say, public transportation enabled cities in the country. So yeah, you know, he was 28 or 29 and still didn't have a driver's license. He never had one because he never needed one. But then he moved to Maryland, where I was splitting a place with a guy. I was renting a room from him. And yeah, he was just walking everywhere. And after about a couple years, he's like, you know what? I'm really done walking everywhere. This sucks. So I helped him get his driver's license. So yeah, 426 Hemi was known to twist some frames up. Yeah, just, I don't know. Should be fun. But I would rather drop an RB26DETT into a Miata. I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't. I spent Saturday removing Genesis from my Starfield and getting ready for tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Starfield Day. We'll be covering the new DLC content starting tomorrow. Also, be sure to check out Bella Curie, who is apparently not streaming right now. I thought you would have been streaming today, Curie. Hello, Curie. Nice to see you in chat. Cap, it's always a pleasure being here. No, that's what I was saying, Curie. I'm surprised you're not streaming today. Unless you are streaming today. Maybe I'm just I don't know, weird. Okay. But, yeah, so again, sorry for being incredibly late today. Just, I had gosh. Let me just grumble in peace over here. I do have Starfield reinstalled, so I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm literally good. I didn't play at all. I'm gonna start tomorrow right where we left off after the end of Shattered Space, which I think some of you might find kind of funny. But we did not talk about the moon mission. I actually watched a good chunk of that today while I was doing other stuff. But however, I missed the key part where they actually wrapped around the moon. I got that NASA badge today, so that was kind of fun. Meat Shield says, I like TTs, more of a TT guy. Yeah, twin turbo titties. I'm in bed because my tummy's upset and my dinner showed back up. Ugh, did not want to show that to the internet. Arr. I had McDonald's nuggets for dinner. Yeah, it's eating delicious stuff. No, I was trying to do what I could. Yeah, I was doing a lot of driving around today. Let's see, Crimson Dessert. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna pick up right where we left off on Friday. No, I think I played a little bit over the weekend. Only a little bit though. Is barfing against Twitch terms of service? I don't think so. I mean, they don't. You know, I don't want to fault you for being sick, but unless you're like trying to make yourself barf on stream. Elsinore says, well, how about a Miata with a 4-rotor motor swap? There's that guy on YouTube, I forget his name, but he kind of specializes in those, yeah, rotary swaps. You know, Elsinore, there actually is a Corvette performance shop like 15-20 minutes from my house. They're right next to a German repair place. But they must have had 20-30 Corvettes there. Their performance shop that works on American stuff, they had a lot of Corvettes there. So if I ever decide to finally get a Corvette, some decade, there's a shop that specializes in Corvettes. And they're very close to where I live. Sort of. No, not super close, but kind of close. That would be weird, Zakumas. A Miata with a hit-and-miss single-stroke engine. Or like a 2-stroke motorcycle engine. So it's like... Rap, 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 rap. I've seen a couple of ZR1s in person, but... apparently, Jay Leno did a special on the new ZR1X Corvette, so I gotta watch that. My father saw it. He said it was kind of fun. Oh, Half Nelson! Oh, Half Nelson gifting a bunch of subs here. Holy moly! All right, thank you for that, Half Nelson. Let's see if we can do this. You know, Kiri, I'd love to take that car off your hands if I didn't already have a German car causing me lots and lots of stress in my life. So, yours is a Mark II Golf, isn't it? I remember when you said like there were some guys who came up to you at a gas station asking if they could buy it off you. The Super Performance Grand Sport is a Gen 2 clone. I'll post links in Discord. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was kind of expecting Integrity to be kidnapped by Space Squid when they went around the dark side of the moon. Yeah. Or like, you know, they find out that China has already had a moon base there for decades and they start firing missiles at each other. Okay. Alright, welcome to Crimson. Oh no! No. Oh no, chat. Oh, hold on. I gotta. Oh, see how dumb the camera is. Like the stock camera, it sits too high. I gotta reinstall the camera mod. 1989 still has the tooth, and it runs fine. Well, that's good. That sounds like a nice change of pace. Yeah. Strider, you're on late. I'm normally live at this time, but I'm starting late today because I had a, well, more vehicular calamity today. Oh god, my eyeballs. Alright, chat, why don't I do this? Let me see, let's go to, hold on, I'm gonna Alt-Tab. We're gonna go to Nexus Mods. I need to install the most recent version. There was another patch, I believe, I guess, what, on Friday? I think it was Friday. And so I need to install the updated version of the mod. I know. Shame. I know. Shame. I know. Alright, let's see. Proper third-person camera mod. Here. Ah, that makes one of us. No, okay. Alright, let's see. Mods. Crimson Desert. Okay, so, yeah, so don't forget there are lots and lots of mods for Crimson Desert. There are 340 mods so far. So, yeah, there's Crimson Ladies, Fantasy Shade, Cliff wears Damien armor. So, yeah, skip all loading scenes, Mecha Overlord effect, modern controller icons. Ah, Deutsches Sprachausgabe. Yeah.
Back again? Can't stay away, can you?
Deutsches Sprachausgabe für fast das complete Spiel. Ah, yeah, almost the complete game. Interesting. I kind of want to check that out. What's the plan in Crimson tonight? I kind of don't remember. Where did we leave off? I don't know. Oh, my life is in shambles. But it's kind of a fun shambles. you know what I mean? Alright, here we go. Let's do... Oh my god, hold on. I gotta pause the game. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. I gotta exit the game and reinstall the What is it? Why do I keep pulling this book out of my ass? Let's see. Here, pull. That was weird. I kept pressing escape and I kept causing me to take a book out of my butt cheeks. And the prison wallet library. Wise Guy says, I've had 3 GTIs in my life and they all ran fine until they didn't. Yeah, that's kind of like how this R32 is. It's funny, I actually haven't really done anything at all with the motor. It's just a stock motor, but it's been running kind of rough. It has about 127,000 miles on it, I want to say, so it probably just needs a good cleaning, you know. That's where you have to disassemble and actually clean the parts of the engine. So, you know, because seals wear out, and you start losing compression, and then it starts going... You know, so... Alright, let's do this. I'm going to find just one mod. There's other mods that I use, but I'm not gonna install that right now. I just need it's called the Proper Third Person Camera. It's just very popular. It's been downloaded almost 50,000 times. And all it does is it just kind of corrects the positioning of the camera, because the stock positioning for the camera in the game, in my opinion, is not great. Some people say they've gotten used to it. I don't enjoy it. I just can't help but feel that it feels off. I say that because, you know, just like I said, from training experience, working as a camera operator, it's like, yeah, sometimes you just kind of have a feeling when things are off visually. So, and naturally, when I had the black one, the AC gave up. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's funny because I had the AC removed from my car, but when I asked him, it's like, hey, can I get the AC compressor? He's like, yeah, I don't know where that is anymore. Very professional. Yeah. Cap has sticks in this camera mod. Sticks? Sticks? You mean like stakes in this camera mod? Oh, stock. Oh, yeah, I was about to say. It's sticks, because I have a rad steak. All right, let me do this. Let me download this mod. This mod is super crazy, easy, popular, fun. No, it's easy to install. Or it was until, for whatever reason, Nexus Mods logged me out of my account. Hold on, let me see if I can log back in. Let's see. All right, let me in. Okay, there it goes. Sorry, I don't know. That's weird. It kicked me out for some reason. Steak. All right. Manual downloads. Okay, so we're just downloading the mod. It's unfortunately, so this is where Nexus Mod gets a bit fun, in that you have to pay for premium if you want fast downloads. This mod is 143 megabytes, so you know it's throttled downloads. It says 1.5 to 3 megabytes per second, which is, you know, a little slow. So they speed gate the downloads to get you to, you know, pay for it. And, you know, I don't want them to not succeed as a company, so hopefully, you know, a few people do chip in, because I gotta host all this stuff. Hosting fees. I'll never forget the time I had uploaded something to a personal website that got linked by College Humor. If anyone remembers a website called College Humor, it used to be this like website for college kids and humor stuff. But I got referenced and linked on there, and they killed my they killed my ISP, or not my ISP, my web host, because it's like, okay, your video previously had been viewed a couple thousand times, now it's been viewed 18 million times, and so it's like, yeah, that's gonna make my hosting bill kind of expensive. So you know how it is. You've probably seen that before, where something gets linked and it's like, okay, yep, well, that just killed their website because it just got popular. All right, tell you what, while that mod is installing and downloading, let me do a little something here. Also, my father is getting ready to leave. Well, he's still here for a few more days, but we also went to Texas Roadhouse, and oh my God, you know, it's one of those things, man, where I don't know if you've never been to Texas Roadhouse. Oh man, hold on. God, I love, I'm supposed to be dieting right now, but you know, we went to Texas Roadhouse and it was fantastic. Hold on, let me pull this up here. So I got some ribs. You know, I really like ribs, and they are my favorite ribs. They were the guys that did that corporate sniper duel, right? Oh, when you say those guys, sorry, I lost the context because I'm still thinking about Crimson Desert mods and well, God, I've got 18 different thoughts going on at the same time. No, dude, I went to God, my brain is fried. No, I was gonna say I went to the Texas Roadhouse. God, I was struggling. But yeah, dude, they gave me like some ribs and they were just fantastic. I actually asked them to cook them a little extra, get a little char on there, and gosh, it's really good. Oh, hold on, it's a little. Yeah, it's just fall off the bone, you know, cooked. Oh man, I love their ribs.
Fall off the bone. Look at that.
Oh my God, feed it to me now. It's so good.
There it is. Yummy.
Oh, yum.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, good stuffy stuff. All right, sorry about that. I love their ribs, man. I love them. And they came out perfect. I think I was annoying my father because I took that bite. I'm like, oh, you know, you eat something and it's just so good. You melt in your chair. But anyway, so yeah, it's like I said, we're just hanging out with my father. I'll take a rack of diet ribs, please. Oh, gosh. Matt Roddy says we went to Texas Roadhouse last weekend. Food portions are huge. Dude, you gotta try the ribs. You know, funny enough, they actually have this like chicken penne pasta now, and I kind of want to try that. It's like you're going to a steak place that does ribs and chicken, and you're doing pasta. It's like, sure, why not? If they're, I mean, I like their other food, so why wouldn't I? Okay, but man, I wanted to cry. It was so good. Oh, Captain Leo says, so is it the reverse flight out of Florida before the heat and humidity make it unbearable already? Yes, yeah, like I said, my father comes to stay with me in the winter because he's not much of a cold weather guy himself. But yeah, that was kind of our last, like, outing, so to speak. By the way, Captain Leo, I do have a package here from you. I did actually, I remembered to pick that up today, so let me do this. Let me install this mod for, Crimson, I was going to say Captain Leo Dessert. Now we're talking. All right, hold on, let's see. Copy. Yeah, if I say I'm a little bleary-eyed, it's because I woke up an hour and a half before my alarm clock this morning, and then I tried to take a nap, but it's kind of one of those like, you know, where you're almost falling asleep, but not quite, and it just made me more tired. So it's been an interesting day. Interesting. That's the nice way of putting it. All right, let's see here. Program files, x86, Steam. Okay, here we go. Pornhub, preferred folder, hoof porn. No, it's okay. Sorry, wrong folder. Let's see. Steam apps common. And then we paste and replace file. Okay. All right. Yeah, Corn Hub. It's where I look at pictures of corn all day. All right, there we go. We got the mod installed, but Yeah, let's do this. I have a package. Oh, Blizzard sent me a package, but I might open that later, maybe tomorrow. Okay, so let's do this. This is a package from, this is Captain Leo's package, so let's see if we can open this right quick, and let's see what's inside. Ooh, appears to be a video disc of some variety. This is that, yeah, Sailor Moon Uncut edition where it's, yeah, they're all naked. Let's see, where is this? Alright, so we're gonna just weasel this guy out of here. Maybe not. Yeah, corn up. Yeah, downloading stuff. Alright. Remember, children, always cut away from yourself. And then, oh, what is this? Uh-oh, chat. Oh, we've got a little bit of anime coming my way. Who knows what this is? Without cheating, who knows what this is? If you know this, you'll know this without even seeing. I'm showing you maybe like 15% of the top of this Blu-ray. Yeah, Galactic Surfer, Part 1, the Macross Saga. Very cool. Yeah, awesome. Now I've been meaning to watch this for forever. And here's a bit of a sad. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray. And I do actually have, oh wait, my PS5 Pro. I think I still have a Blu-ray plug-in thing for my computer. So, yeah, exactly. Captain...
9,000!
What?
9,000?
So this is very cool. I will actually enjoy finally getting to get caught up on this. Now again, my plan was I kept meaning to rewatch this because a buddy of mine, he was a huge Robotech Macross fan. I mean, he knew everything about everything. He'd get super nerdy about it. But sadly, he passed away due to cancer. And I kept telling him, it's like, oh yeah, man, you know, I'll watch it, rewatch it sometimes, and we'll chat about it. But I never got around to it. And then yeah, sadly, he passed away. So I always felt a bit guilty in that regard. But yeah, that's very, very kind of you, Captain Leo. I'm actually absolutely looking forward to rewatching this. You know, I watched it as a kid, probably same as a lot of people here, but yeah, it's the Robotech, aka Macross Saga. So yeah, just and if I remember correctly, there were 3 parts. There were Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, actually, which were technically, I think, what was it, 3 different series, but then they kind of just renamed them into Robotech when they came to the United States. So yeah. Good stuff. That is awesome. I appreciate that quite a lot. If we get some 07s in chat for Captain Leo, that would be great. Your stream was blurry at first. I had a Robotech game on OG Xbox. Oh, okay, gotcha. Fair enough. I saw the top and knew what it was right away. Talk about how ingrained that is to my brain. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, just from this, I knew exactly what it was. You know, which is weird, dude, because I haven't seen it in probably, I don't know, 2 decades. I'm only 21. So, but yeah, it's a series I've been meaning to rewatch for a very long time. So yeah, we'll have to do a movie night with Captain Rachel. Gulf Orange. Okay, I got you all snarm. Okay, well, yeah, let's do this. Let's jump back into Crimson Desert. I have the mod installed, so we should be good to go. And again, I apologize for starting so late for today. We'll try to get a couple missions in tonight. You're 21. I am. Intervision Art. My birthday's next month, so if you want to send me a birthday card. Okay.
Thank you for letting me know.
Okay. Somebody just wanted to remind me that there is they're watching an unnatural eclipse. I don't know, anyone got the link for the NASA feed? The other parts are not Macross. Part 1 is the only good one. I remember the one, I think was it season 3 or series 3 where they had the robots that would turn into motorcycles and back and forth? So Cat, my PC I got today from Main Gear, I just checked, it's sold out now for an Easter sale they had. Ah, well again, thank you Chris for picking up a Main Gear system. I truly hope that you enjoy it quite a lot. Yeah, I like my Main Gear systems, hopefully you will like it as well. There was the Macross Saga, Robotech Masters, and then it was the Sentinels, and I think Robotech Masters was also called Southern Cross. I believe you're right. And it's been a long while, and they might be different elements. Intervision says, I thought you were like 30-ish. Oh, yeah, well, you know, I'm almost there. I'm 21 and change. Genesis Mospeda, yeah, is the 3rd show in the series that they use, and it was technically not, it was, right, they took 3 different anime shows, but when they came to the United States, they advertised them as all being part of Robotech, which was interesting. And again, like I said, I had a buddy who was way into it. He was effectively like a Harmony Gold historian. And but yeah, sadly he passed away. He got diagnosed with cancer, had surgery. They chopped out a whole bunch of his guts and organs and stuff, but then he was still kicking around. I think he lived for over a decade, but yeah, when he got re-diagnosed with cancer, sadly he did not make it. So he was a good buddy of mine. Yeah, we used to hang out for LAN parties and stuff. Night Viper says, I turned 36 in a couple days. Not too sure how I feel about that, but it is what it is. Yeah. Closer to 40 than 30. I'm closer to 20 than anything else because I'm only 21. Honest. Okay, but anyways, all right, so this is the mod that I was talking about. See how it kind of fixes the camera where your character is not like sinking into your screen? I mean, sure, if you zoom in a lot, but yeah, what it does is this mod changes the positioning so you can see your whole character instead of like only like half your character, because it makes it feel like your character's coming out of a swimming pool all the time. Absolutely love the way they did Palladium TTRPGs for Robotech in the subsequent series. Didn't Palladium eventually lose the license to do Robotech stuff though? I might be wrong about that, but I used to play their other game Rifts quite a lot. But yeah, didn't they end up like losing? Because yeah, there was the whole thing about Harmony Gold and some other company finally, finally settling their differences. But I think part of that was Palladium losing the license. Battletech had a Robotech issue. Oh, maybe it was Battletech. I see. This dog is going to bark incessantly. Alright, let's take a look at our mission list. So we did Blood Coronation. Read the memories of the shipwreck. Ah, that's right. We made it to a new zone. Wait, then why did I come back here? Again, I played a little bit over the weekend. I never play story stuff, but sometimes I do side quests. Read the memories of the shipwreck. Okay. Oh, yeah, so, right, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, so I'm gonna have to hoof it over there. So let's take a look at my inventory before I leave. I still have the mechs that were in contest. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, here, let me pet this dog, because the dog apparently feels...
I'm always ready for war. Call me when you need me.
That's good to know. Let's see.
Well met, kindred.
Myopic says, try turning 50 in a couple weeks. As long as you take care of your body, it'll take care of you. Yep. I know that feeling, says the guy who had chicken nuggets today for lunch and dinner. Yeah, God. Yeah, it's kind of like a late lunch, early dinner, sort of. Harmony Gold finally gave up. Now Macross is on Disney Plus, including all the new ones. Really? I don't actually have Disney Plus, but, well, now I know. Right. However, Robotech is still owned as a trademark by HM, so nobody can call it that but them. Ah, I see. Okay. I might see if I gotta find my Blu-ray disc player, because I had I think I had my last PlayStation had, I don't know. My PlayStation 5 Pro is not the disc drive version; it's just the digital version. But I'm pretty sure I have. Like, you know, you like I don't know, computers aren't really made with Blu-ray drives anymore. You could still get them, but mine, I think, is the plug-in style. So what I want to do is, I don't know, has anyone here tried ripping a disc anytime recently? It's, God, you know, it's funny, this case is heavy. I wonder how many discs are in here. I don't know, yeah, it feels like there's like maybe 3 or 4 discs in here. But, oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. It says, watch anywhere, anytime. It includes the digital, oh, wait. Oh, okay. So check this out. So it's the physical media, but this Blu-ray collection also includes a digital version that I can stream and download from Funimation. I thought Funimation went out of business. Uh-oh. Yeah, what was it? Because there's Crunchyroll, and then there was what was the other service that went out of business? That would suck if it's like, oh, by the way, yeah, you can't download it anymore because that company went out of business. Or is Funimation is the company that made this, right? Crunchyroll bought oh no! So I was right. So Galactic Surfer. So yeah, the concept, if they said it's like, oh yeah, when you buy this, you get to stream it and download it for free from Funimation. So that means Funimation. Oh no, yeah, Funimation is dead. Ah, crap wagons. So there's probably like a code in here, and it doesn't do anything anymore. I'll have to. Why are you wearing Mad Mardigan's armor? I'm glad someone else noticed that, by the way. So, probably easier to get it on the high seas. Well, I mean, I can watch it natively here, but I just have to find my disc player. So, damn, yeah, because it has the thing right there. It says, yeah, download from Funimation, but Funimation isn't around anymore. Crap. I don't know, Captain Leo, what do I do? Add the code to your giveaways? Yeah, here's a code for to watch Macross on a now defunct website. That's kind of the reason why some people are adamant about getting shows and movies when they buy them. They don't just want the digital version, because you never know if that company's going to go out of business. Because, yeah, what was it? Like, all the people who had bought anime and stuff on Funimation, didn't they basically just lost access to it, right? And then Crunchyroll, I think Crunchyroll gave Funimation, people coming from Funimation, a subscriber deal, but then you're basically paying for all the stuff you already own all over again. So that's why, yeah, I can rip the disc. I'll have to figure out a Blu-ray ripper. But I mean, there's, you know, it's a good point to that, though. You know, the concept of saying, it's like, okay, I'm buying a digital version and it's hosted by this business, but if the business goes out of business, then you're screwed, right? So... Yes, the code died 2 years ago, almost exactly. Yeah, so the codes for the digital versions are no longer good in this. So yeah, that's why if someone's like, hey, you know, I want a physical version along with my digital version, or vice versa. Yeah, because this you know, this Blu-ray will probably last for 50 years, if not more. But yeah, the company Funimation is no more. So. Jack Peavy says, I buy all my movies /TV/anime on DVD or Blu-ray and rip them so I have them forever. You know, that's that. I mean, I hate to, you know, say this, but that is kind of makes, I guess you could say, adds to the validity of obtaining certain things on the internet, you know, because say I bought the digital-only version of this for $50 or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, I don't have the Blu-rays, but I own them on digital. It's like, oh, by the way, the place where you bought them to own them forever, yeah, that place doesn't exist anymore. It's like, okay, so what's the answer? It's like, oh, there's another company that will also sell you the digital-only version for $50. It's like, do I do that, or do I just go, you know, sailing the high seas of the internet and go get it for free that way, because I already bought it? So, I don't know, it's a tough call, right? Is there a legitimate argument for saying it's like, well, I already bought it, but now I can't access something I already bought, so I'm just going to go get it however I can get it without having to pay for it again? Now, of course, you know, legally speaking, it's, you know, you might find some people that are like, yeah, no, that's not going to fly at all. You're definitely going to jail. So, but, yeah, you know, maybe you could just tell yourself it's okay, as long as you don't get caught. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Before we leave, let's go. But it's a tough call, right? Okay, so I got this new plate mail called Solus Plate. Does anyone know if Solus Plate is for Unka or for Damien? I think it's probably for Unka, right? I have shelves and shelves of DVDs and Blu-ray anime series. Ah, Galactic Surfer. A fellow enjoyer of tasteful things. How much anime porn do you have? You know, do you have a little bit? Yeah, I bet you have a little bit. I had a light bulb that I can't use remotely anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, you know, what you mean, like the Wi-Fi connectable lights? Like my lights right here are actually Wi-Fi lights. I can't program them. I can't use them unless I basically have my software. Yeah, Caldor says, I have a Plex server set up. I just type in the name of what I want to watch, and it soon magically shows up on the server's hard drive. Funny how that works. Ain't technology grand? Yeah. Redgar says, I got a DVD Blu-ray collection of about 2,700 movies and a lot of TV seasons. Fancy. I have a box of, I don't know, Blu-rays I haven't opened in a while, you know, because a lot of stuff is available on streaming. But yeah, like I said, thank you again, Captain Leo. That's you probably remember what I was saying. It's like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to rewatch that for a while. Hold on. So it also says here, the series runtime is 900 minutes. That's 900 minutes. Maybe, hey, yeah, I'm gonna be traveling soon for reasons that actually maybe I don't know. Maybe I could announce it today. You guys want to hear some special news? It's actually car and racing related. And then its special features are another 116 minutes. So there's 1,016 minutes of content in this box alone. That's a lot of content. Yeah. I've got a lot of streaming content, but it's, you know, it's my stream, so it's terrible. So, let's see here. Okay, well, I think I can go over there. Yeah, chat, would you like to hear a formal announcement? that I hadn't told anybody yet. I got the go-ahead that I'm allowed to talk about it now. Some of you that are into you know, cars and racing content might enjoy this. Some of you might be like, well, that doesn't matter to me at all, Captain. Why don't you play the game instead? Love physical media as a storage device, but I hate optical media, but I do enjoy decorating my desk with game cases. Well, there you go. Let's see. I don't know why. Why is this game... Why is this game... Every time I press escape, it's trying to get me... It was trying to get me to open a book for some reason. Okay. Oh, let me pull this up here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hold on. Some of you who are maybe savvy with social media might have seen this and put two to two together. Let's see. I was going to make a formal post about it tomorrow. Well, semi-formal. Let's do this. Okay, so yeah, this is a pinned tweet at the top of Logitech G's channel, but yeah. Oh god, that's extremely loud. Sorry. All right, here we go. All right, so yeah, come race with us. April 29th through May 3rd at McLaren Live in Miami. Also, as I'm stammering here, along with Logitech G, I will actually be at this event. So yeah, it says McLaren Racing Live is coming to Miami, and so are we. That includes me. If you would like to say hi, I will actually be covering the F1 Miami race, and I will also be there helping present with Logitech G some of the, you know, the fun sim racing tie-in stuff that they're doing. So, are you streaming the event? This, I will have to get clarification on that, but I will be there as part of the team, Logitech G team, down there in lovely Miami. So yeah, this will actually be my first time attending and also covering an F1 race. Some of you might remember that I was at a NASCAR race. I didn't live stream from it. I actually wasn't allowed to, but you know, I showed some pictures and videos afterwards. So, but yeah, small announcement there. Yeah, it's the first time. Like I said, it's awesome. The first time I actually am going to an F1 race, and then I also get to be slightly a part of it. So, yeah. Tell me now. But yeah, if you're in the Miami area and you're attending the F1 race there, I will be lurking around in a sim racing center, and you're welcome to come say hi. Maybe I can get you some seat time in one of their new McLaren themed racing rigs. So, yeah. Can I hug you, Cap? Sure, yeah. I've autographed boobs before, you know, it's fun. We'll be streaming topless. I'm not in the best shape ever. I'm actually kind of self-conscious about the fact that it's like, God, I was really hoping to lose some more weight. It's not until the end of the month, but yeah, you know, I sprained my ankle, so I can't go jog, and it's kind of hard to lift weights because you have to put weight, you know, on your legs. But yeah, come say hi in Miami. If you happen to be there, I will be there with Logitech G. So that means I'll have to take a couple days off streaming, but I'll try to post some fun social media content if I can somehow get allowed to stream. Maybe you'll see a live stream live from Miami. I don't know, they got like, rules about that stuff. Okay. All right, so yeah, just a small announcement there, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Plus, I have a buddy who lives in Miami. I'm hoping to see, after the race, I'm hoping to go see him, and maybe him and I can get into some trouble together. Okay, yeah, that will be courtesy of Logitech G. You can lift seated and still get a lot out of it. Yeah, that's what I've kind of been doing. I've got some fly weights, but yeah, you know, biggest thing I like to do for, you know, cutting calories other than dieting is like walking. You know, just walking. Last time I got below 200. I was walking 2 miles every night after the stream. So, but I can't do that right now, and it's so irritating. I cannot confirm nor deny have any clue about what you're talking about when you say ripping or anime porn. Hello, Budweiser. Our resident expert Budweiser will have to say nothing. Swimming? Yeah, you know, it's Miami, so there's Miami Beach and things. I'm going to be pretty busy. It's like literally a working event for me, so, but I'll have a little bit of free time after the race is over. So, great news. Congrats on that opportunity. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I was shocked, honestly, when they were like, yeah, would you like to come out to the F1 race with us? And I was like, absolutely. So, yeah, they're going to be, I think, 2 or 3 other content creators as well. Actually, don't know who. I don't know who, but I was one of the content creators. Logitech G said, hey, you into racing? Come do some racing stuff with us. Yeah. Well, I won't actually be driving, God forbid, but yeah, I'll be there. Part of they'll have a kind of like an off-campus like sim racing thing that I'll be helping out with. So, yeah. All right, let's. I've been yapping for hours now, and well, actually, an hour and 16 minutes. But let's do this. We need to go. Let's continue the story. Like I said, it's not going to be a super long stream. I'll probably be live for another hour or so. But I do want to actually continue some of the story because we got to chapter 8. So I am now on chapter 8. There are about 12 chapters plus an epilogue. There's a prologue and an epilogue. Tomorrow, though, we're going to cover the new Starfield content. But after we play through that some this week, I definitely want to continue to try to beat Crimson Desert. You know, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to beat long games, but I would really like to play through this story. I'm more or less mentally and emotionally and physically and, I don't know, other terms, ready to go. Let's see. Hypothetically speaking, what would be the best software for digitizing DVD/Blu-ray media? That's a good question. I mean, you know, we don't really deal with disc-based media as much as we used to, so I've been out of that game for a long time. I haven't worked in IT for coming up on 6.5 years, so I have no idea. You'd have to, maybe someone else in chat can suggest some things, and I'll take some notes as well, because yeah, if I can't get the free download from this anymore, then I need to learn how to rip this Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure I have a Blu-ray, like a USB plug-in Blu-ray drive, you know, USB 3 or something. So, all right, let's do this. Sorry, I've been yapping a lot. I like yapping. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Now, make MKV. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take some notes here myself. Make MKV. Yeah, because I have another trip planned that I have a few. I've got the Daytona trip for the Champ Car race. Now I'm doing the F1 race in Miami, and then I have another trip planned, which there's also I can't talk about just yet. No, it's not like an official thing. That's just something I'm looking forward to. Let's see. You would. Yeah, download all the things. You would have to purchase a ripper that has a license to rip Blu-rays. Okay. Purchase, huh? Purchasing digital software on the internet. I will keep that in mind. Make MKV will not officially rip a Blu-ray or DVD unless you do things. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you have to buy the software to get it to do the thing you want. Software that you obtain from the internet. Yeah, we'll get right on that. Yeah, let me break out my credit card. Ow, jerks! Hold on, shoot.
How long can you hold?
It's a good thing I haven't forgotten how to play this game. Ow! Oh, there, gotcha! Did you see that body slam?
Oh man, you slippery git!
There we go. Man, I got moves for days.
You know this barbarian! Die!
That guy. Oh, he dropped his musket. Sweet. Chat, I have a musket now. I'm gonna catch this lizard. All right, Chad. I'm a little rusty, but I made it seem like I'm not that rusty. If that makes sense. That's just a lantern. I probably don't need to carry that. Okay. The Sword of Righteous Explosions. Their website is very informative. All right, I'll look at that. Make MKV. I mean, you know, if I don't think my father brought a Blu-ray player. Yes, sail the seas of the internet software and give myself computer aids. So, Alston, yeah, maybe to make up for being late today, I might be able to start a little early tomorrow.
Lizard. Gotta
get some rad lizards in chat. Alright, here we go. The Trembling Dudes. Alright, the Trembling Nudes. Alright, here we go. So the Abyss Crescent. Have I been there already? Where's my horse? Been told to make MKV for ripping and Handbrake to edit it down to smaller file size, removing the black borders. Now I have access to Adobe Suite, and yes, that is paid for. And they have Adobe's media encoder is pretty good. So if I need to make it a smaller size to say, like, you know, I don't need it to be 4K on my phone. You know, 1080 would be good, even 720. I'm not picky, but at least not for the phone. But yeah, so should be okay. I do legitimately have access to Adobe Suite. So a Tech 9 would be better. Myopic, I have a Tech 9 in real life. That is a 100% true story. If you want me to go get it, I'll go get it. Play a little bit of show and tell. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So we go over here. I don't know. You might already know that, but yeah, I actually legitimately have one. Now mine's only semi-automatic. You know, obviously the ones from '80s action movies and the like, they're all full auto. But there's a significant cost difference between semi-auto and full auto versions of those firearms. Now, okay, so I've actually done this puzzle already. So yeah, there was a puzzle down here. Yeah, we had to... Yeah, it's pretty easy. You just had to align the clock dials. I did. I think you whipped it out on stream once. Yeah, plus I showed a gun. You know, because I just whipped it out, yeah. Wouldn't trust my life on a Tech 9, though. I've gotten mine pretty reliable. I had to replace a few parts, a recoil buffer. I had to replace the charging handle twice, because it just kept breaking. But, you know, it's not exactly a concealed carry weapon, you know. Yeah, mine's. I haven't shot it in a while, but I got it working pretty well. Now the problem though is everyone who says that they make aftermarket magazines for the Intratec DC9, otherwise known as the Tech 9, they're all full of crap. I have yet to use an aftermarket magazine that works well. The only magazines that work well with the Tech 9 are the ones that were made by Intratec for the Tech 9. All the others they always jammed. So I quite literally. I don't even know what I did with them. I think I might have just gave them away. Because, yeah, I had the original magazine, then I had like 3 or 4 aftermarket magazines, and they never worked correctly. Yeah, Clayton, yeah, so Twitch, does allow firearms content, but it can't be firearms content that's, meant to be used in a threatening manner. Like, I can't say, like, point a gun at the webcam and say, chat, you have to subscribe, or else, you know? Or it's like, subscribe now, chat, I'm just ending it all. You can't threaten yourself, you can't threaten other people, but if it's educational content, or, you know, simply showcasing a hobby, then Twitch, as California as they are, to put it mildly, they actually do allow firearms-based content. So so I've done a little bit of firearms show and tell. I mean, I don't have anything really super impressive, but I have a fun few toys, in quotations, toys. Alright, let's go over there. Right now, I think I have about 19 firearms, and I haven't actually been to the range in a while. I used to go at least 3 or 4 times a year, but now I'm lucky if I go once a year.
Yeah.
I don't know, I probably should go more often. Every time I go to the range, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go more often. Then, you know, 11 months later, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I haven't gone in a while. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I don't want to kill my horse here, so I'm actually going to get off the horse for once. Oops, I did that wrong. I guess I am a little rusty. Sorry, the horse can teleport, so I'll just leave the horse behind. So Clayton, out of curiosity, what kind of pew-pews were they shooting? I've probably mentioned before on stream that I actually used to sell guns. I worked a firearms counter. I just, you know, once you work in retail, it doesn't matter if it's guns or, you know, underwear or raccoons, you know, retail raccoons. It's just, guns are just another type of inventory, you know, it's another product to sell. You have to look at margins. Yeah, there's always the cool factor, but then it's like, yeah, it's basically still a retail job. Although it's a lot cooler than selling like kiddie pool accessories. Mosin Nagant M44. Okay, gotcha. What was the question? The question was the streamer that you were watching. Did they have any fun goodies? I like how these soldiers are just completely oblivious. I think I've fired a Mosin Nagant, but I've never owned one. Did you sell raccoons door to door, Cap? If I did, I would hit up Verity's house because she would probably give me some pretty good business. You know, I'd be like, hey, Verity, I'm selling raccoons now. She's like, what? Yeah, she loves raccoons. Okay. Okay, so we're sneaking now. Yeah, you see what I mean about the camera mod? It fixes the weird camera angles that the game has. Makes sure it's not so stupid. Yeah, I don't know, Sonara. Maybe I'll set a reminder to try to go on a little earlier tomorrow since I was late today. Yeah, because again, I am taking this Friday off because I have to. I'm driving to Daytona with a race car and trying not to blow up in the process. And then taking a little bit of time off at the end of April for the F1 event that I just mentioned I'm going to be a part of. And I say that's like, oh, really? What team are you with? It's like vaguely McLaren, you know, vaguely. Mostly kind of like on the peripheral aspect. Okay, so we're back here. Okay, so we've already done the story stuff here, I believe. PX4 Storm 40 cal. I always wanted one of those. True story, Bones. I mean, for me, I would like to have 9mm, but I would actually like to have a PX4. I don't think they make those anymore. But, so I really wanted 9mm rifles. And, you know, you have a few different options, and I consider the PX4 Storm, if it's the gun that I'm thinking of. But, I ended up going the AR-9 route. You know, it looks like an AR-15, but it's set up to shoot 9mm. But I would actually, I don't know, I wouldn't crunch. I wouldn't mind having a PX4. I'm sure they're all over Gunbroker. PX4 Storm. Let's see. Oh no, I'm wrong. What was it? Was it the PX4? Was it the CX4? Which one? Beretta had a 9mm. Sorry, yeah, I got right. I had my numbers wrong. What was that designation? There's a PX4 Storm, but then they had another. God, was the CX4? Alcinour, you used to sell guns. What was that? Hold on. Is it the CX4 Storm? Oh yeah, this is what I was thinking of. There's the PX4 is the pistol, the CX4 is the rifle. So yeah, it's kind of this weird ergonomic rifle thing. The CX4. I always wanted one of these. Yeah, it's made by Beretta. You know, Beretta is a very reputable company, but I don't know, it's just kind of a weird, hyper-ergonomic rifle. And you can get these in 9mm. Mosins are dirt cheap at gun shows. The M44 is getting scarce, though. Yeah, you know, unless you have, like, new manufacture. But I always wanted one of these. I thought it would be, you know, just put a little dot sight on there and you have a, you know, 9mm plinker. And put it in my stinker. Alright, here we go. Scrummy dum-dums. I like talking about guns and cars and hentai. Alright. I owned one back in like 2019. I had to pawn it to get a job and I couldn't get it out, and it took me until last year to find another one. It cost me $600. Oh, the PX4? Oh man. Yeah, you know, it's the very first pistol I ever bought, I actually bought from a gun shop, but it was only because they were an FFL they were an Federal Firearms license holder. So I didn't actually, well, I didn't buy it from them, but yeah, I never pawned anything. You know, I've been broke a few times in my life, more than a couple for sure, but I've never pawned anything before. I've sold stuff, like, you know, sell stuff on Craigslist. I've sold a few things on Facebook Marketplace even recently, but yeah, I've never tried selling stuff to a pawn shop because you know, they're just that's their bread and butter is they you know, they buy stuff off of people super cheap because they know that people need the money. It's like, oh, this $400 gun, I give you about $75 because I know you need the money and you're not going to turn me down. Ah, crap. Speaking of turning me down here, I wish these guys would leave me alone. Let me back out a little bit. Some of these guys with armor. All right, got rid of some of the armored guys. Ow. That guy's lost his whole armor.
I fought worse.
You want to die?
Ow, 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 ow. Man, my block timing was very off just then. You like how he... There we go, got rid of the big guy. Missed. Missed again. I didn't miss that time.
Northern filth. You don't belong here.
Alright, there we go.
You bastard!
Yeah, these shielded guys. It helps to get them off their feet. It helps to get them off their feet because they're very obnoxious with that shield. Woo! You see that? Gotta says, damn, I missed gun talk. Only for you, baby. A ray gun for my father-in-law. A space age rimfire pistol? What the heck is that? Well, let's take a look at it. Can I look at it? Look at that. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, Hilberg's space age rimfire pistol. Was it magazine based? I'm assuming it's magazine based. That looks very pretty. What I guess oh, they first hit the market in 1956 at the eye-watering price of $49.95 for nickel, a version above. Blue model set you back less, $39.95. Oh man. Yeah, so that's awesome. It just has that, yeah, like kind of older design. Very sleek. I like this. Does it still shoot? You know, because there are people that can restore firearms to get them shooting again. You know, they're worth more if they can still shoot. I didn't want to. It was my only choice. It was a really good opportunity for a job. Her name was Boom Boom. Oh. It's still good. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, you know, if you ever Galactics, if you ever decide to part with it, you know, hit me up. I'd be willing to take this off your hands. I like it. Kind of nice. Yeah, I have a couple 22s, but that hasn't stopped me from having many more. So, yeah, that looks cool. I'd never seen that before. He basically left me his entire gun and rifle collection. Really? What other goodies did you have in there? I love that. That guy just accidentally killed his own buddy.
This is no place for half-wits like you.
Damn. Oh crap. I'm getting my butt kicked here.
Die!
Alright, here we go. Wow, I just did a kung fu toss. I think I'm getting swarmed out here. Crap. Crap. Yeah, it's too many of them. I gotta kill this rifleman. Hold on. I just straight up missed.
Even a single idea where you are.
Beating up that bush. There we go. Drop kick that guy. I didn't know. God, these guys are so tough. Ouch. Oh. I like when they have the swordsman who, you know. There we go. That's one of them down.
You're almost done.
Oh, he just body slammed me.
You northern vermin, die!
Ow. Oop, can't see. Alright, got rid of that dude. God, I'm fighting like half the army out here.
I'm not here for the fun of it.
Okay, phew. Ow. Nice, I got him to attack his own buddy. Nice little body slam there. Ow.
This one.
Alright, here we go. One more in this batch. I've still got 88% of dudes. There we go. A little combo move there. Okay, phew. Gosh, those guys did not want to give up. I just bought my wife a Ruger Super Wrangler as her birthday present to her. What's the Super Wrangler? Is that a rifle? Okay, here we go. Come on, swordsman. Show me what you got. Just kick that guy in the face. Still alive? Oh man, he quit too soon. I have an old Remington 22 short/long rifle that was before serial numbers were required. Really? So you're saying it's untraceable? Single action 22 long rifle or 22 mag 6-shot revolver? I have a 22 long rifle revolver. It's a Taurus. I kind of like it. It's like if I want to do more accurate shooting, like I have a 22 Glock. It's a Glock semi-auto that it's 22. It's fun. But the revolver has a little bit of longer barrel and it's a little more accurate. So if I want to try shooting 22 at range, like not at the range, but literally at range, my Taurus is a little more accurate. So it kind of depends. It is kind of annoying having to constantly like reload it though. It's just when it's magazines like bop 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 bang bop bop bop. They're both fun, but yeah, I like having a 22 revolver. Although the cylinder ejector has been giving me some grief. They have a lifetime limited warranty, so I just have to mail it to them. But mailing a pistol is not cheap because you can't send it pistols via ground mail in this country normally. Gave my replica 1762 Brown Bess musket to my brother. That'd be kind of fun to have up on the wall, just to. That is one I'm not familiar with. I've been retired for a decade. Okay, I remembered. It was not the PX4 Storm. It was the CX4 Storm. Okay. So, interesting. All right, here we go. Alley-oop. It's nice thing about being able to turn into a crow, you just kind of float a little bit. Oh, it's a recreation of the Ruger Single 6. Single action. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever fired a single action revolver before. I like double action. It kind of gives you more options, but there's a time where single action was all you could get. That's why the whole the cowboy thing like pew 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 thing came from, because it's faster to shoot single action revolvers like that. Does your Glock 22 feed fine? Feeding has never been a strong feature of some auto 22s. Yes, and I looked into that quite a lot before I settled with Glock. Every Glock I've owned has functioned reasonably flawlessly. But yeah, 22 semi-autos can be hit or miss. But I just keep my my gun well oiled. Make sure there's nothing on the feed ramp. I had another 22 that it would constantly jam, and that's because the feed ramp on it was not. It didn't have a good enough feed ramp. And so it would constantly misfeed. So what bullets do is like, when a bullet gets scooped out of a magazine, you figure this is a magazine and there's a bunch of bullets in it. It scoops and pushes a bullet out of the magazine. It hits a feed ramp, a very small feed ramp, and it pushes it into the barrel, right? But I had a, God, what did I have? I think I had an Intratec 22 that was just terribly unreliable, and then I had another 22 semi-auto that was also terribly unreliable. But the Glock 22 has been very reliable. It doesn't. I can imagine it would probably. I don't know. I'd probably have to clean it repeatedly. I don't know. Just 22 could be hit or miss, but my Glock 22 has been pretty reliable. 22 something. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Your gun is for fun. When was the last time you cleaned your pistol/rifles? The last time I used them, which was a really long time ago. I haven't been to the range in quite some time. Probably a year. So, yeah, you clean them up, just stick them back in a locker. Just, I don't know, I tend to, you know, oil. I just make sure they stay oiled, I guess. Maybe I go dig in my junk and see what I got. Yeah, it's been a while. Gosh, it's probably been more than a year. I think the last time I have a Glock 9mm and a Glock 22, and I think I took those out and just, you know, just having some fun. Never insult 8 people when all you're packing is a 6-shooter. I don't know, if you kill 6 people, I think the last 2 people will be like, yeah, maybe we'll go somewhere else, you know? Gosh. Shoot one person, give the other 7 people something to think about. Not that I espouse such things, but, you know, it's just logistics. Yeah, I know, man. It's the car. All this car stuff has got me all wrapped up. All right, let's see if I can. Oh, that guy. I was about to say I'd shoot this guy while he's climbing. Hey, come up here and die. Here. God, his body's bouncing around like crazy.
Go back to your own land.
This guy can't do anything. There we go. just be annoying. Oh, maybe we can do it with these guys too. Oh, that guy's got a dog or something. What the heck? Haven't seen that before. Let's see. Oh no, he had a puppy. Oh man.
This idiot in twain.
Oh man, he had a dog and I put the dog to sleep.
I don't lose to the likes of you.
Uh-oh. We're fighting on a shipwreck. This is now officially a pirate game.
Die, Kraven!
Ow! Son of a... Woo. There we go. Oh, just... These guys hit pretty hard when they want to. Ow.
I will put you down.
What the hell? Alright, well. This guy's coming up here. Oh, crap. I'm beating all these guys. There we are. Let's heal a little bit. Yeah, let's see if this guy climbs up here. Hold on, just be annoying. There we go. It only took 3 hits to kill that guy with a bow. With a bow, bro. Let's see. Here are the other 2 guys that are still lurking. Alright, there we go. Kind of soften them up.
You work
I like knocking people off of ledges. It's like I feel like a cat doing combat. I bought a Glock 40 MOS and I've never fired it. Don't even own any 10mm. Okay. That's what I have. I have a Glock 17 MOS. And they discontinued those. I really want I wanted the Glock 17 long barrel MOS, but I don't know. I guess I don't need it. It's kind of a want, not a need. So where's this guy? Hey, look at it. Check it out, chat. I got crabs. Oh, no. Ew, no, it was a wharf roach. Let's see, there's one more bad guy somewhere in here.
You're getting started.
Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy. Alright, these jerks are guarding stuff. Hey, let's try this. Let's try this musket. Hold on. I found a musket. Oh, I'm not allowed to use muskets. Oh, yeah, it's got to be Darlene or whatever her name is. Oh, I can't use muskets. Really? Can Cliff not use any guns? My primary carry is my SIG P365. Oh, I see. I used to carry a Keltec everywhere. I don't carry much anymore. Or do I, Chad? I'd like to keep you guessing here. Yeah. So, ammunition prices are insane right now? Really? Oh. Gosh, that's the thing, is guns can be affordable, but then the ammo is stupid expensive. That's not too bad. 13 bucks for a box of 50. It's always cheaper if you can afford to buy in bulk. I mean, it really gets cheap per round, cheaper. Some ammo is always expensive, doesn't matter how much you buy. But yeah, if you can afford to buy at least 1,000 rounds at a time, or even better, 5,000 rounds at a time, it can bring the cost per round down. Of course, then you're sitting on 5,000 rounds of 9mm. Right now, I've probably got about 2,000 rounds of, 5.56, maybe like a 400 or 500 rounds of 9mm. It goes quick though, man. You spend a day at the range, it goes quick. Gosh, you figure it's say like 20 rounds, 100 rounds. That's only 5 mags. You burn through that in about 10 minutes. So. Hey, Moepic, have a good night. Thank you for coming out, buddy. Appreciate folks for coming out. I started very late today. Maybe do that. Go to the shooting range sometime. Yes. Hey, the dog's sleeping.
Here for the fun of it. I'll break this idiot in twain.
Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Man, where are all these guys coming from? I've got all these special moves now, are like this, upgraded weaponry. Oh, I liberated the, there we go. I killed enough of them to get them out of here, so that's good. It says there's something here. Oh, a talisman. Okay, cool. I found a talisman. It says they're... Wharf Roach. Read the memories of the shipwreck. Yeah, there are these talisman things that I need to find. I wish I'd come here during the day. Let's see. Yeah, where did we come from? I think around here there was another talisman. I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, there's some... I wonder if I could... Nature's Grasp? Hold on. Oh, yeah, like right here. Whoa, what the heck? What the heck? I just lifted a whole ship. What the heck? Okay, retrieve the item. Now... I God, I ran out of steam. I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but I kind of wanted to see it anyways. Oh yeah, Stacy, come say hi in Discord. We have a lot of different channels on there for gaming and not gaming, and then also gaming. Yeah, it's lots of variety. So, anyways, but yeah, come say hi on Discord. Don't forget, every Sunday night we watch movies. We do what's called Sunday Movie Night, or unless you're LJ, it's called Monday Movie Morning because he's in Australia, and it's like 3 weeks from now in Australia. But, yeah, feel free to come hang out, say hi, tell us what you're into, tell us what you're not into. Become mocked mercilessly, and then you can yell at me. Yeah, there's all that stuff awaits you in our Discord. Okay, so I feel like... Investigate the area around the ship the witch arrived on. Okay, so...
I'll just take a look around and be right back. My leg.
Oh no, not her leg.
My powers aren't working at all.
Over there, look.
There! Get her!
Don't touch me.
He wants her alive. That's an order. There should be another one. Find her!
What? I came here alone.
Sure you did.
She's just a weak little foal. You was worried for nothing.
No sign of her.
Turn every place inside out until there is.
We'll take this one back.
All right, get going.
Okay. The memory system in this game is kind of funky, especially because you have to wear this silly helmet on top of your actual helmet. Okay, talk to the Greymane informant. Informer. I got a quest for the informer. Something. Look at all these crabs everywhere. Talk to the Greymane informant. So, Z. Says a key is required. Is there a guy in there? Hello, I'm looking for a guy. I don't know. So let's see. Talk to the Greymane informant, but we need a key to be able to open that door. Hey, Abgabob, welcome. I dropped half a ship on my skull and wonder why I died. Let's see here. Okily dokily. So I need a key. I think the key is under the ship? Okay. I don't see nothing. Which is a double negative. I don't see nothing. There we go, kind of lowered back on its own. Alright, see, the key might be around here somewhere, huh? Oh, a broken box. Sorry, it's kind of... Alright, let's see, throw. Oh, that'd work. I need a belt-fed machine gun. There needs to be a mod that introduces machine guns to this game. I would actually be legitimately willing to pay for someone to make that mod. You know, it's like, yeah, finally, just have a machine gun mod. It would have to be where someone would have to mod the game where muskets could shoot like just, you know, a lot faster, because, you know, they shoot and then you have to do a reload, then they shoot. So it could be like somebody does a mod where the guns shoot, you know, 10 times faster than they're supposed to. There are guns later. I've got a gun right now, Iron Nomad. I got a Becker musket, but apparently Cliff can't use guns. Because I've had pistols and Cliff couldn't use those, and I found a rifle and Cliff can't use that either. Apparently he's very anti-gun. Alsmer says, I carry a 1911 Gov or a Dan Wesson 357. When you need to get the job done, you need to make sure they know not to mess with you. Oh, I'm not that far on. Oh, okay. I just found it. This is the first musket I've located. Speaking of locating things, darn it, I can't seem to find this key that I need. Boop. Oh, wait, hold on. What's this? Wait a minute. Okay. Retrieve the items Grey Goo mentioned. Oh, let's see. Take a look at our... Okay, you have recovered all the items needed to find Meigu's sister. Return to the altar. Alright, let's do it. We'll get the Golden Vanguard, level 4, and Abyss Artifact, and a Radiant Necklace. I was kind of hoping for a Pearl Necklace myself. Yeah, just gets everywhere. They use the... Oh, he uses the Reinhard Cannon. It's like a spear gun combo. Okay. Hey, Redguard, that means you and I are pretty much at the same spot. I tell you what, that really hits the spot. Yeah. I am terrible at streaming. Doing
Clunk. They're like Warhammer 40k too?
Wait, are you saying there's like Warhammer 40k style guns, like bolt pistols? Now that just makes this game a whole lot more interesting. I so wish the double jump worked better in this game. Like I'm trying to double jump, but I just there it goes. I do wish it worked a little better. All right, I can't get it to work. Yeah, so they're like Warhammer 40k guns. That's interesting. I haven't heard that anyone else say that. So, I do like guns, I tell you what. Not to put a fine point on it, I always thought you don't shoot to wound. Oh, no, you shoot to stop them, one way or the other. Alright, chat, I'm moving up in the world. I make that joke every stream. there needs to be, like, there was a walkway. I just should have just used the walkway, damn it. Chat, we should have channel meme bingo. Like, we create a bingo board full of all the stupid things that I do on this channel, and then, you know, we could have, like, I don't know, we'd have to have, like, randomized bingo boards. Maybe we could do that during the next September, huh? Just we'll set up some bingo boards, and as soon as I do a thing, you know, you stamp out on the board, or like a virtual version, and then it's like oh, he makes the moving up in the world joke that he makes every stream. You know, so you stamp that on your bingo board, and then the first person to, you know, get a successful bingo, I don't know, we'd give them a stream prize or like a hickey or something. You know, yeah. So yeah, just yeah, we'd have to just. I bet that could be a thing that would get popular with streamers. You know, just. Every channel has got their own channel jokes and memes and stuff, so you'd have, like, streamer bingo. That would be the middle free square for everyone. Yeah, the one, I mean, I make a lot of the same jokes over and over again because I'm a horribly unoriginal turd, but, you know, just at least we could make it fun, right? Yeah, shots when Cap says moving up in the world. Yeah, exactly. The bingo is that you have to chug a bottle of whiskey or something. Those harpies? Are those actual hawks or those like harpies? I think those might be harpies. I can't tell. They're I think they might be harpies. Yeah, they're kind of weird looking. Hey, we got a fast travel spot. Nice. Yeah, the prize wheel. Let's see. Do I still have the prize wheel? Yeah, so I've got the prize wheel. We did this. We might do this like every September, you know. Just it's got the chess piece. It's got oily donut man in the middle, you know. Just yeah. So yeah, we had this for September. So let's see. What's this gonna land on? Hey, hold on. I screwed it up. Oh, whoops. There it is, right there. You should chug whiskey and see what Twitch does. You're allowed to drink on stream, you just can't drink excessively. Free Twitch sub. Okay, hold on, let's do why am I doing this? How do I gift a sub? I don't know. I'll have to think about this. Hold on, let me see. How do I? Yeah, there it is. So yeah, I do have a prize wheel. Let's see. How do I gift a random sub? Let's see. I'll tell you what. I'll pick somebody at random, and And by random, I mean the person who literally just bought a Main Gear PC. Yeah, I should do that. I should throw in a free sub every time someone buys a Main Gear PC. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Chris says, I'll take it. All right, Chris. Well, yeah, it should be coming up momentarily. All right, thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you picking up a Main Gear PC. Or, you know, tell your father I said thank you. And there we go. You can't win if you don't spin. So, there it is. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll save that for September. Sometimes we end up doing like 8,000 wheel spins and it gets annoying, but it's also fun. Is it still alive? Did I get him? I got him. It's a wild goat. They like being on a wild goat chase. I've seen Adriana Chechik get absolutely, I don't know, tipsy. She's the lady who broke her spine, right? She was at TwitchCon a couple years ago. She tried to jump in the foam pit, but the foam pit didn't have enough foam in the foam pit, and so she basically shattered her spine. Isn't that lady? And yeah, there are always gonna be streamers that, you know, get hammered on stream, but yeah, you can't drink to excess that would harm yourself, even though some people do. Broke her tailbone. I thought she like literally broke her I mean, you have your coccyx, but then there's also... I thought she, like, fused a vertebrae or something. Are these harpies, or what are these things? Oh, they, oh, that is bad. Ow, Chad, I came to the wrong neighborhood, apparently. Time to go. Oh, Chad, I've made a terrible mistake. Okay, are they still... Yeah, those are definitely harpies. When you get known as the ball pit person. Yeah, previously people knew her for doing porn, I think. Maybe I should watch my mouth, but I think she does like OnlyFans content or porn or whatever, which is fine. You know, just do whatever you want. I mean, I did porn once, you know, in the comfort of my own home, in the mirror or the camera. I was just like, ugh, click, ugh, God. Yuck. And then looked at them afterwards. It's like, oh, it's even worse when you look at it on your camera. Hey, beat me to it. Yeah, I'll be beating it a little later looking up her photos. No, I'm just kind of... Hold on. I thought she, like, broke her spine or something, but I don't know. I mean, I do feel bad for her. It's, if you're gonna have a foam pit, make sure that it's got enough foam in the foam pit. Alright, I don't want to mess with those guys, so let's do this. Alright, I got a fast travel point, but there isn't a fast travel spot nearby, so unfortunately, it looks like I have to hoof it, and I have to... As much as I like to keep fighting, I just kind of want to dodge the patrols here. Isn't it bad luck to knock over cairns? Hold on. I guess I can't, I don't know how. Yeah, I guess those cairns cannot be knocked over. Alright, watch out for the guards. Let's face it, Twitch doesn't have a lot of common sense when it comes to IRL events. Yeah, I mean, I've been to every single TwitchCon here in the US, and I've never had a problem personally, but then again, I'm not someone who's getting a stalker anytime soon. Not that I know of. I had a stalker at one point in my life, but it wasn't because of Twitch. She broke her back in 2 places when landing in the pit. That's what I thought. I thought, yeah, she basically shattered 2 of her vertebrae. Cairns? I don't think cairns are necessarily gravestones. I thought they were kind of like a way for people to just create points of interest in real life. Or cairns are like ceremonial. What the heck is that all about? I feel like bad things are happening and I'm responsible. Yeah, I don't think I've ever personally had a really bad time at TwitchCon. I mean, I've been very tired, I've been very busy, but I don't think I had anything happen. A friend years ago got roofied at TwitchCon, so that was not good. She had to go to the hospital. Some dummy tried to roofie her at a party. I had plenty of stalkers, all pretending to be gorgeous women and asking for money. Yeah, you know, just imagine, out of the 8,000 that aren't, one of them might be. So, but, you know, I have to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to TwitchCon this year. I've done TwitchCon 10 years in a row. It's the convention I've been to the most. PAX East would be its second place. I don't know if I'm going to go this year. Part of the issue is because I'm planning on going to Germany, and that trip's going to be kind of expensive, and it's around the same time as TwitchCon. Like, a TwitchCon is in late October or early November? Oh, maybe somebody could look that up for me. I can't remember. Now, if I get invited to go to TwitchCon, I would definitely go, but it just depends on whether or not Twitch would like to invite me out.
Yay, Germany!
Roofies, they should call them Flories. That sounds like a Mitch Hedberg joke. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we'll put the doots on the floodle doots. You could go to the Adult Video Award, or was it the Adult Video Nudity Awards? Is that the AVNs? I would go to that. It would probably be a little awkward, but I'd go to it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I tend to be pretty accepting of people, even if they're weird.
Yes. It calls from the hilltop fort. My sister Wusa is of the Wudo school. She commands the wind and rain. The wind can always find its master. Yet it carries the scent of blood and steel. I fear something terrible is happening. Please, you must help her.
Okie dokie. Okay. This game's kind of awesome at times.
Find the fortress on the hill. Okay.
So you have to rescue a lady. Remember, chat, this is a rescue mission. It's a rescue mission. You're gonna love it. You have to rescue some juicy colonists from their virginity. Or whatever he says. Very cheesy line. Okay, so let's see. There are all those harpies. Find the fortress on the hill. Well, I think that's the fortress on the hill. Hey, chat, let's cheat a little bit. Yeah, let's fast travel this way. Confirm. Let's see. What mods we're using again? This is the primary mod. It's called the Proper Third Person mod. Alright, yeah, Proper Third Person Camera mod. The intent from the author was to make the game kind of feel camera-wise like how Red Dead Redemption 2's camera works. And I like it a lot better than the native camera, which is a bit weird. They also have kind of like a dynamic camera function, and it gets a bit too wild during fights sometimes. All of a sudden, I have an urge to watch the Police Academy movies. Yeah, you know, go watch Steve Guttenberg banging dudes, or ladies, police officers. Yeah, those are fun. Oh, they started this. I think like the first 3 or maybe the first 4 were pretty good. Then they started getting. You know, there was like straight to home video movies. I think that last one I really remember. Was it the third one? Was it the fourth one that they went to? They basically became beach cops, or they went to like a police convention in Miami or something. This game is awesome. Then they make you follow slow NPCs. Yeah. We're gonna crouch a little bit. Oh, hold on. I said I'm trying to avoid some of these patrols if I can. I think how these guys are just like, yep, those are definitely goats. There we go. Dang. Okay, so that's where I need to go, but there's a bunch of jerks in the way. Yeah, what other mods am I using? Some of the mods that I installed, I don't need them anymore. Oh, use blinding flash to attack shadow harpies. Ah, so they are harpies. Yeah, hopefully they don't give me herpes. We're just gonna make a run for it here. And we got dudes all over this place. Well, they're shooting harpies, they're shooting me. Holy crap, that's a lot of... Woo, that is a lot of red signals on my screen. Someone give me a motion tracker. Yeah, Tackleberry was a fun character. I think it was it the third movie was the last time Steve Guttenberg was in it because he didn't want to be in them anymore. He kind of felt that like, yep, it's time to bow out because they're gonna just start becoming straight to home video movies. Ow, shit. Ow. Crap. I'm trying to do my... Ow. Damn it. This is harder than it looks. Damn it. Oh, dude, there are too many of them. I gotta get out of here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now I'm kind of fighting back a little bit. I don't know if I'm... I guess I'm kind of wearing them down a little bit, maybe? Yeah, they can't be killed through... Okay, yeah, so they're starting to... Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're kind of culling their numbers a little bit. Imagine creatures that you can't kill through normal means. You have to use the power of the light. There we go. Okay, there we go. I cleared out a whole bunch of them. Still got a few floating around me, though. Oh, that was close. Okay. Interesting. What an interesting concept, huh? They can't take physical damage, so you have to kill them with light. It's like they're like a Mogwai or something. Oh. Oh, crap. It's like, you idiots, I'm on your side. Ow. I'll take that guy's plate armor. Oh, ouch. That hurts. Alright, it's good. I'm just gonna make a run for it. These harpies can eat me. I would love a Gremlins game. There have been some Gremlins games. I think there was a, like a Nintendo or Super Nintendo Gremlins game a long time ago. There we go. Alright. Okay, I'm no longer being followed. Okay, find Woosa. Woosa. Got you all in check. I skipped the harpies and went up to the abyss and flew down. Yeah, that's one way to do it for sure. Do you wanna do it? Now, if I jump just right, I can jump over this barricade. If you believe that Artemis 2 is real, do you also believe in the UAP UFO disclosure that is currently happening? Luke Tickler, I don't know. You tell me, man. I just work here. So, I mean, I want aliens to be real. Problem is, hold on. Damn it! I hate it when the game does that. But when you say Artemis 2 is real, yeah. Because I mean, Luke Tickler. Blue tickler. I physically watched that rocket take off with my own eyeballs, so I would have to distrust my own vision, my own eyes, which it presents its own problems. So it's yeah, I mean it'd be hard to suggest that it was fake considering I literally watched it take off myself. I live in Florida, you know, I was able to watch it take off, so let's see. When did you go live? Oh, yeah, TJX. I was very late today because I was still... The guy who said my car was ready for pickup, well, I wasn't actually ready for pickup when I got there. Chat, what am I doing wrong here? I keep trying to double jump. Is it that I have to look down? I'm trying to get up on that tower. Yeah, what am I doing wrong? Because I keep trying to do the double jump thing, like the pound thing. But yeah, you know, there was one politician here in the US that says that he said something like if, you know, America would have a meltdown if we knew what he knew about UFOs. But there's also some other politician that claims that he actually teleported, you know. You know, anyone know what I'm talking about? There we go. Maybe you're right, yeah, maybe I was just holding spacebar too long. Okay, so I'm inside the camp. I don't know if any of these jerks are gonna... Oh! Hold on, check this out. Ow! Come on, really, dude? I got harpies and these dudes? These guys are gonna clobber me. Dang, he's getting hit from all sides here. I'm getting tag teamed by harpies and dudes. Oh, that guy hits. Oh, that guy hits so hard. Come on, man. What was that pirouette I did on the way down? Alright, you know what? God, these harpies are everywhere. These herpes are everywhere. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh god, I'm getting gangbanged. Everyone wants to gangbang me, it sucks. Okay, hold on. Oh, you know. There we go. Let's do this. I gotta hide. Okay.
Your end will bring me joy.
Okay, there we go. So I got rid of those guys. So now... There we go. Now... Yeah, because I don't think the harpies can come in here. But I can shoot... Oh! No! No! What? That guy's an idiot! Ah! He killed the both of us! Oh, teleported to a Denny's or something. Yeah, he was just hammered. He didn't teleport, man. That guy was hammered. That guy literally killed the both of us. He smashed up the tower and killed the both of us. I can't see Waffle House and not think of Jim Gaffigan. I too think of Jim Gaffigan when I'm showering and when I'm, you know, lonely late at night. No, yeah, he's like, I'm taking you with me. That was like, you know, the Clegane brothers in Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? Like, ah! It's just, they're just both done. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. Oh, wait a minute, did it? Chad, it kind of looks like that teleported me. What is all this stuff? This is all, it's stealing. Oh, dude, I died, but it teleported me deeper inside the base, so I guess I can't complain? Maybe that's a error in my favor? Yeah, dude, the game teleported me right to the person.
Behind you!
Who are you barging in. You're after the witch, are you? Not a chance.
Isn't that guy wearing a helmet to prevent getting knocked out by that very attack?
Nicely done. I'm in your debt.
Consider us even.
Your sister sent me.
That was too close. A moment later and they'd have taken my powers.
Hang on now. Get down!
Dude, this guy's armor looks awesome. Is this a boss fight?
Troubles I went to for this witch. How dare you ruin my work?
Hold on. That guy's name, we were just talking about the Cleganes, right? That guy's name is Gregor. Who is, I think is Gregor Clegane. What are the odds of that? Yeah, Claypot. Yeah, exactly. Helmets from Timo. We were just talking about the Clegane brothers from Game of Thrones, and then the guy's name is Gregor. What are the odds of that? I literally had no idea that guy was going to be named Gregor, which is interesting. Okay. All right, here we go. I guess this is a boss fight. I should have seen this coming. Right.
None shall lay hand to my spoils.
Oh, shit. What the hell?
I would have pierced your heart with a single strike of her power. You have no right to interfere.
Ooh! Oh god, that guy took off 2/3 of my life with that hit.
I'll take the powers of those eastern witches once you're dead.
This guy's a bit of a spicy meatball.
You'll regret ever interfering.
Yeah,
I'll drown those witches in your blood.
this guy's he's got a ouch. Alrighty, well let's. I guess if I retry, there goes my first try. That guy started getting real quick all of a sudden.
None shall lay hand to my
Okay.
I will pierce your heart with a single strike of her power.
This guy hurts. Jeez.
You have no right
Oh yeah.
to interfere.
It doesn't help that. God, I'm just trying to learn this guy's moves.
I'll take the powers of those eastern
God.
witches once you're dead with.
Man, who has that? You'd think there would be a lot of friendly fire having a room full of arrows like that. Yeah, first try plus first try equals not first try. Let me see if I can figure this dude out. He's very quick. Despite his size, he's very quick. Dummy, dum dummy. Alright, here we go.
Lay hand to my spoils.
Okay, let's see if I can hide up here. Oh, there goes.
Pierce your heart with a single strike of her power.
Just trying to see if there's somewhere I can hide.
You have no right to interfere. I'll take the powers of those eastern witches once you're dealt with.
This guy's very quick.
I'll drown those witches in your blood.
Man. Oh man, yeah.
Begging for your death.
There we go. Just gotta get away from this guy for a moment. Oh no! Oh, I'm literally healing while he's killing me. I should remember that was a 3 assault thing. All right, here we go. Heal. What was that move? He shoots all the arrows at you. All right, let's do an instant revive. Okay, here we go. I've almost got him. I just gotta. All right. Ah, crap. That's right. Oh crap, he's doing his super move again. Oh. Heal, stay. Heal.
This is the price of the path you chose.
God, I hope he gives me some good loot. Alrighty, did he drop any loot? Yeah, he did. He dropped the Golden Vanguard. I kind of want that guy's armor, though. I think he just pooped out an artifact. Alright, yeah, that guy was very quick. And who sets up their room to constantly shoot arrows at you? You were throwing barrels at him. Alright, Raz, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. Is there like an interrupt you can do on this guy? But man, I want that guy's armor. Alright, chat. Well, you know, I just wanted to get to know the guy a little better. God, I don't even want to be on screen for this. High in protein. Alright, here we go. Let's get out of here. Oh, gosh. Alrighty, so let's see. Yeah, he should have thrown expensive barrels at him. I was gonna try to cheese him by getting up there and throwing barrels at him. Yeah, rigor mortis in the wrong spot. Correct. All right, so oh, there she is. We got to pick her up. Very good, Chad. I'm good at picking up chicks.
Are you all right?
You really are the mountain.
I have certainly been better.
I can believe that.
If you hadn't acted so quickly, he'd have... You saved my life. Thank you. Just a moment.
It's like me when I sprained my ankle.
My wounds are worse than I thought. I'll need to take things a bit slower.
Let's get you to your sister. Or at least to her voice.
I am in your debt.
Oh, man. Is this where we have to slow boat this lady all the way there?
What made him target you?
My sister and I, we happen to have some rare and curious powers.
Hold on. Let's see. Open.
I'm certain my sister is waiting for me.
I know, but for some reason the game keeps trying to get me to read this book.
I'm certain my sister is waiting for me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
That man's plan was to seize our gifts so that he could attempt to meddle with the past. Tampering with time is perilous, and the art is strictly forbidden.
Oh. Damn it. Oh, dude. Come on, man. These guys are relentless. Hold on. Ooh. There we go. Kick that guy right off the bridge. Oh, shit. I'm almost dead. I think I might be running low on food. Yeah, dude, I'm out of food. I'm all out of food. I think this guy's derping or whatever. I think. Oh, let's see. Is that? Ow. Yeah, dude, I'm out of food. Ow. Damn, I'm out of food. I wish there was like a spell where if you were... Hold on. There's so many of them. She's like... That's what I sound like when I'm nervous in public as well. I'm like... Alright, there we go. Whew.
There's no way to alter a single exact event. And attempting so could put many in grave danger.
Chat, should I try to cook some stuff while I'm here? Yeah, let me see if I can cook.
Using our powers only
man.
to mend what has strayed from the natural order.
Ow.
And when we do, we often call on our little friends for help.
Ow. Oh, I must cut her head off by mistake. Alright. Hey, these guys, they just don't stop spawning. There it goes. Okay, so I just gotta get her out of this base.
I'm not sure how he came to know of our gifts. But if he bent such dangerous magic to his will... What could have happened is too terrible for me to dwell on. You have my deepest thanks.
You want to go deeper? Redgar, I know. I mean, I kind of started today. I didn't realize how much food I had left on me, which, I mean, to be fair, I was spamming a lot of food during that boss fight. Yeah, we're gonna get our horse out. Wait, how'd you come from there? This horse is kind of tricky. Is this lady still hobbling her way up here? That's just... Hey, she's moving a little faster now. That's like me, man. I banged up my ankle. I'm able to walk without a cane now, but it still smarts. I slipped in the rain earlier, and it was like... Kinda hurt. Alright, here we go. I do have passive health regen, but it's very slow. It's like, I don't know, 1 hit point every 2 seconds. Alright, come here, smelly lady. Get up on my horse. Alright, here we go. Question is, do I know where I'm going? The answer to that is probably not. Okay, we gotta outrun the harpies and the jerks. Easier said than done. But there's a bunch of loot that I'm leaving behind by mistake. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. It tastes just like raisins. It tastes just like Bing Man. It's kind of like a savory, frothy flavor. Bing Man. Yeah, so, gosh, dude, how rough would that be if, you know, let's say, like, No Man's Sky announced their big update for their game, right as, you know, Starfield was releasing their big update, so it's like, when it rains, it pours, and it was pouring rain today. Yeah, exactly, 10th anniversary, so, yeah, Sean almost said Sean Epstein? No, it's it's a name you don't have to worry about. But anyways, I was thinking Sean Murray. He tweeted, you know, he always does this cryptic, like, 1 emoji tweets. And you're supposed to, you know, guess what you think it might be until he actually announces it. Alright, here we go, chat, we did it.
Oh, Wusa!
Megu!
Megu!
Oh yeah, it was a stadium.
Glad to see you safe.
I owe this man my life.
Don't mention it.
Make her
I
my
was
wife.
just doing what was right.
In our land, this is how we show respect to those who help us. You have our sincerest thanks.
Yeah, just break wind.
Please. Really, it was nothing.
Only died 17 times trying to get her.
What do you plan to do now?
Once Wusa has recovered, we'll work on restoring her powers. Then we'll head to our next destination. Please, accept this gift.
If you ever need our help, we'll repay your kindness.
Your words are enough. Please, get some rest.
We get it, Cliff, you're humble. Look, take the payment. Ooh, special equipment. Some special equipment must be assigned to the dedicated slot at the bottom right of F3 before it can be used. Oh, that's my German lesson reminder. Press the detail button to check the distinct function of each piece of equipment. Okay. It's a radiant necklace. Where the wind guides you. F3. See equipped. What it said F3? Oh, that's right. This special equipment. I've got the flower petal earring. So what'd it do? Radiant necklace. Oh, sunshine. Ah, okay. So a necklace imbued with the sun's warmth. It holds a mystical power that disperses thick storm clouds and brings the rain to a halt. Interesting. So yeah, it's I lose 1 critical rate but gain 2 attack power and 3 defense. Okay, so let's equip that guy. And then what did it say? F3. Yeah, here we go. Sunshine. All right. Ah, so when it's raining, you can turn. Oh, it cannot be used yet. Oh, okay. So, interesting. Yeah, update is anytime. Usually when they announce like an update like that, it typically comes out either on a Wednesday or a Thursday. I doubt they're doing Twitch drops so soon after the last round of Twitch drops. You never know, they might. But if anything, we will probably find out on Wednesday or Thursday of this week. If they don't do it this week, it'll probably be Wednesday or Thursday of next week. I really hope it's next week because this week Starfield has an update coming out. Redgar says, I'm going to get hate, but I like No Man's Sky over Starfield. Hey, you know, I don't have to worry about that. It was all right. Yeah, you know, I like both games. As a Florida man, you must be proud that they finally named a spacecraft after Skynnerd's drummer. Was their drummer named Artemis, or what? Ah, hell, yeah, exactly. No, Sean, no, not more free updates. All right, hold on, we have to go back to Howling Fjord. So let's do that now. Ermagerd, Hurling Fjord. What time is it? It's 11 p.m. All right, I think this might be the last thing we do. I love the Corvette update. Yeah. Yeah, so the next big update for Starfield comes out tomorrow. Like I said, on Wednesday, we got a little sponsor segment. Okay. All right, chat. Well, we did it. It was a short stream today, but hey, at least I streamed and didn't miss a stream. So because Starfield's update is coming out tomorrow, we are going to just very temporarily go on a holding pattern with Crimson Desert. We'll have to see. Watch, this is going to be a Starfield update, a No Man's Sky update, Elite Dangerous update, all sorts of space game updates. All right, here we go. So let's do this. We are going to save the game. I'm glad that I was actually I squeezed in a boss fight tonight, despite the fact that I was late. All right, so we're going to save. Oh, by the way, they finally separated saving and loading. They're now on 2 different menus, so you don't have to worry about accidentally loading a save instead of saving a save. Save. Where are the auto saves at? I don't know where they hid the auto saves, but all right, here we go. Let's go to save, and we are going to save and save. Okay. All right. So we will pick up Crimson Desert again here in the near future, but expect tomorrow to see some brand new gameplay for Starfield, courtesy of Bethesda. All right. Well, that's it for now, and that is going to be it for yours truly. Again, the reason why I was late today is because still working on race car stuff. Took longer than expected, but I did not want to miss today's stream because I wanted to play a little bit more Crimson Desert. Okay. So, if you enjoyed the stream, consider following if you're not already a follower. If you're a subscriber here, thank you so much for your support. It helps fund things like, ridiculous race car projects, some other stuff. And, helping me continue to be a full-time streamer. Thank you, Alcindor, for hanging out on YouTube. All right, well, I feel like there was something else I was going to bring up. Yeah, if I can, I should have a little bit more time tomorrow. If I can, I'll try to go live a little earlier tomorrow. I think the Starfield update launches at, I want to say 11 a.m. And I have to be honest, I won't be live that early, but we'll try to have some fun in Starfield tomorrow. The Terran Armada and Free Lanes DLC tomorrow. So, okay, let's do this. I do want to say thank you to those of you who did tune in. I want to say thank you for all the subs. We had 22 new subs today. I didn't even realize that. Thank you everyone for subbing and gifting subs. Arf. All right. I gifted a sub as well today, so good job me. If you missed it earlier in the stream, I did actually reveal that I will be covering the upcoming F1 Miami event, the Miami GP, with Logitech G. So they invited me to come out there, and we're going to be doing some promo for Logitech G and McLaren. They're going to have a big sim racing center set up, and I'm going to be helping with that, doing some social media stuff, and so on. Not sure if I'll be able to stream from this, F1 rights and that kind of thing, but I did confirm that I will get to be in the grandstands. I think I'll be in the Turn 1 grandstands, which will be pretty interesting. So hopefully I can share a few videos if I can't live stream it. So I don't know, I have to look into it. But yeah, so exciting stuff. I got some big things planned in the near future. Alrighty. So that's it. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Let's see if we are morning. Sometimes from people some morning. Let's see who we can go raid. Who can we raid? Yeah, tomorrow. So tomorrow we got a couple. Oh, that's right. I might. So we might be doing Starfield. I might have a sponsored segment to cover Minecraft. Minecraft is doing a big promo on Twitch now. So we'll probably stream. Maybe I'll try to do like 4 or 5 hours of Starfield, and then we're gonna do just a quick revisit for Minecraft as part of a sponsored segment. So. The joys of being a corporate shill. No, it's fine. It's fine. Alrighty. Let's see. Who can we go raid for tonight? Look, man, you gotta do this. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, how about this? Why don't we go raid the NASA channel? Yeah, why don't we do this? Or actually, we could raid. We could, yeah. Why don't we do that? We'll just go raid the NASA channel. And yeah, they still have. I think they're doing some kind of presentation right now. So yeah, why don't we do this? We will simply raid the NASA channel to say it's like, hey, when they were streaming live, they circled the moon once more. I could say that yes, we did raid them. All right, so that's NASA. Yes, twitch.tv/NASA. Can you imagine if Tangia had, or NASA had Tangia alerts earlier? It wasn't until 6:45. 5:45, they had emoji only chats, so you couldn't even type. But now they have more of it. So yeah, so we'll cover some Starfield. I believe I have a sponsored segment for Minecraft, so we'll probably do that at the end of tomorrow's stream. And then I think we have a plug for the new Backrooms movie as well. EJSA is a good guy watching it out. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. We follow each other on the Twitters. But yeah, we'll go say hi over on the NASA side. I actually, while I was working on stuff, I had this up. I watched probably about like 2 hours of this today. So I was working on other stuff before I had to leave to go do car shenanigans. So, all right, well, awesome stuff. Don't forget, if you hang out, there is a NASA badge and a NASA emote that you can get if you watch the stream, I think, for at least an hour. So yeah, you see how a lot of people have this NASA badge. If you watch for, I believe, an hour, you can get that badge and an emote. They also have some follower emotes that you can use. So, all right, that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, even though I was very late today. I will see you tomorrow with a brand new Starfield update. We'll be doing some space stuff of our own, so I hope to see you then. All right, up next is NASA. We're raiding NASA. I don't think I've ever done this before. I don't think I've ever raided NASA before. Pretty cool stuff. All right, good night, everybody. See you next time.